Oh yeah,
heading
yeah.
home.
No, technically, I remember that we're still stuck in the tunnel, in the dungeon.
Oh, we're out of it.
Oh, you're out of it. Okay,
Okay.
well, just a recap then. So, when last we kuan, based from where you are,
Yeah.
they, and by extension you as well, um, went deeper into the dungeon when they opened up the seemingly uh, illusioned portals. Um, they went deeper inside. They determined with a bunch of tests of wit and might, um, which they discovered to be a gnome who was hired by whoever it was that was in the final resting place there, the protector, so to speak. And through a bunch of underground cavernous areas, punctuated by certain puzzle traps, they were able to get through it to the point where they were able to get to the final resting place of the said protector, wherein they were accosted by
Oh,
inanimate constructs and flying swords,
Among other things.
among other things.
Okay.
After they dispatched through it, the party discovered that this is a red herring, in fact, and from the far side of the wall, they discovered what the protector was protecting, and which is to the consternation of the magically inclined types in the party, was an entire room filled
Essentially,
with.
we're magically inclined because the
Oh, this is
paladin and the rangers can cast spells.
Yeah, I think everyone can cast spells.
Yep.
Except that's true. Okay. You come upon a subterranean area where the entire tomb room was filled to the brim with the quote unquote dark shard that you're able to see. Upon closer inspection, it was now guarded by the ghost of the said protector. I don't know if I missed this particular one, but it turns out that this particular protector was, in fact, based on your Czech moose, is a long lost relative of your family,
Mm-hmm.
and it was his duty in life, and also past it, to protect it, in the sense that he wanted to make sure that no one was to acquire it because of the unspeakable ruin that befall anyone who ever acquired it. History. You don't have a grasp of how long
horrible this thing is.
is. Uh,
But some people.
attempted to grab onto it. The ghost, the spirit of the protector, tried to protect the area, resulting in the premature aging of both Ferendale and Lorimar, to a lesser extent because of the elven heritage of Ferendale, and Lorimar right now looks aged about 30 years. He looks like mid 40s to almost 50s. But they managed to get what they thought was something of import, straddled as a necklace on the corpse, which was attached to the coin.
and I believe I managed to get a piece of a shard sample.
You were able, yes, indeed, you were able to grab a piece of the shard before the ghost pursued you, and to the point where he was able to catch up on you, but for some unknown reason, he was not able to follow you all the way outside of the tomb. Wherein, in order for the ghost, thinking that he wanted to preserve, or not preserve really, basically make sure that his duty was gone, he caused the entire thing to collapse. Wherein, upon the subterranean was collapsed and water from the swamp areas flowed through the area, making you guys assume that the entire catacombs of the tomb was in fact underground, not only underground but beneath the swamp where you guys entered it. You were able to escape with your wits, with your lives barely, and thinking that this is a lost cause because you were only able to get a small part of the shard, exited out of the same area you came in, wherein you were now encountered the rest of the lizard man troop or village which has come to exact vengeance upon you. After
Upon us or upon the dog?
upon the dog,
But not the cat.
I think many hit points were lost, blood was spilled, and by the skin of your chin, you were able to dispatch them.
I lost another familiar.
And you
so
lost
you
another
another
familiar.
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to raise a new one.
And that's where you are right now. It's now the middle of the day. The rain has subsided based on the last encounter, where it seems like the priestess came in with the husband of the, if such a thing can be called husbands for lizard folk,
Mates.
a combination of brutal reptilian savagery and weather control wizardry, calling lightning upon your butts and summoning a storm. You dispatched it, and so forth, and that's where we are right now.
You just finished the battle, right?
You just finished the battle. You would notice as well that on the outskirts of you, looking out across the swamp lake that you figured out, the water seemed to be subsiding down, as if to indicate that the cave-in caused the water to basically flow downwards. Is the thing. Whatever the ghost was protecting with the dark shard, you surmise that in order he was hiding it from everyone else, and now you know he wanted to bury it forever. And that's where we are right now. What do you guys do?
And in this scenario, I believe I was not incapacitated.
You, I think you got incapacitated too.
No, remember the image?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, but you still got pretty
Bagged up.
banged up. Retcon. Rules retcon. So you didn't go down, but you were gonna go down anyway. Were it not for rolls
Yes.
going their way and me stopping critting. Oh, an hour has ended at the time, so the crit stopped, and therefore you guys survived. What do you guys do now?
I believe it's time for us to head home.
Yes.
You don't say.
Time check in the area is because for each sequence,
Home to my mother and father's house? No. Back to the land.
Besides,
Back to the kingdom.
besides, I left the daybird at the edge of the jungle, so we need to check my carriage.
David?
That's the name of my carriage.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah,
smuggler.
the game, yeah.
True. So when I go back to town, I'm gonna upgrade it with 2 more horses and a longer carriage, so it'll be called the Monthly Eagle. And maybe sometime in the future it'll become the Millennium Falcon.
Oh. I knew it was going there.
Explorer Fenwick, which is tagging along on this, he says, that might be a good idea, my lord. We spent a whole lot more time than we planned, and I'm pretty hungry, and I tire of eating mushrooms from the underside. So it's up to you, but I think our quest is at a standstill for now. But most definitely, based on your recommendation as well, Lord Ferrendil, it seems clear to me right now that definitely these shards that you discovered in the summer home has something to do with this.
This needs to be mined out.
Well, that's gonna be a problem too. And I don't think we're in a position to do that right now.
Right.
I will need to report this to the Cape as well.
True. But we should be off.
And we're off. Okay? Anyone else wanna do something?
No, we're good. We should head home.
I think we should rest at the fairy circle first.
Okay.
Remember the fairy circle?
Yeah, but there's a hag that wants our heads.
The hag's still alive.
The hag is still alive. She escaped.
Yeah. But the fairy circle is gonna most likely help us. Sir Domain, I believe.
Actually, the way. Because you do not know the way.
I know. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Because he knows the most about fairies.
Yes.
to the fairy circle.
Alright. So everyone heads off to the fairy circle, a bit wary from the battle. The little fairies and the pixies seem happy with your arrival as well, and sort of relieved, although you cannot communicate, except for a massively high roll of pantomiming by the.
Actually, I just discovered.
Yep.
Common language is ritual,
All right.
so I can cast it.
All right. So as you rest in the fairy circle, you recover all of your hit dice for these purposes as well, and you do the ritual,
I do the ritual.
right? And then chip chip chip.
Thank you so much for chip 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 chip.
What he said.
Yes. Thank you so much for accommodating us in this journey. I believe it was Moose that helped you in regards to this lizard folk. Rest assured, these lizard folk are already gone. You killed their leader and queen.
Oh.
Murdered them.
Murdered. No. Let's leave.
Murdered, slaughtered. It doesn't make it.
The pixies flutter a bit excitedly, and then, yes, thank you so much because they, based on what's happened so far, this is usually our territory, and then stop that. And you notice as well that when you take a look at your shoes, the one fairy is about to untie your shoelace again. No.
That's what I have
Oh,
Pusheen.
the mischief.
No, it's like,
No.
That's
These
why
are
I'm
honored
pushing.
guests right now.
that's what I have Pusheen there
Ask them
for.
how to get my youth back.
Oh yes.
Questions.
Ask them to exercise this sword.
Oh my god.
So many requests. By the
Yeah,
way,
what happened to you?
Little one.
What happened to you?
To me?
Yeah.
To me?
Yes, you.
You're old, you got
Barely.
old.
I
You're
can
all
barely
that
feel
old.
it.
We all got.
Yeah, more him.
No.
No, the two of them got old
Yeah.
because
Basically,
happened to
we
you?
aged.
And the pixies go to your face and like touch
Ran
your
away
face.
like cowards. So we
Age.
don't want to fight that fight.
Yeah, we aged a decade. Basically, me and him, and we were wondering if
20
there's a way.
Yeah?
2 decades. No, I think it's
Well,
just 1 decade.
however we age, yeah, about 2 decades, yeah.
Look at the bright side, Gramps. At least this time they'll take you for
Gramps.
a man when you get back
Don't
home.
call me Gramps.
That's not what your face is saying.
The pixies see how it's mischief and it's surrounding you.
And by the way, there's something wrong with his sword.
See if they can find a way to exercise this. I'm getting a lot
There's
of
a way that we can help us with this.
mind talk in this thing.
They flutter toward your sword and touch it, and they recoil suddenly. Sword is evil.
Yeah. So I'm stuck with this thing. I need to get rid of it.
We can't do anything about that.
Okay. How about
the age thing.
our age?
Their age. We can't do anything about that.
Oh, so
I'm sorry.
Well,
Our magics are very limited.
True.
You.
We will be.
He's asking.
No, I don't think there's gonna be.
That's
anything.
just an urban legend.
We'll be traveling back to the city in a couple hours' time. Could you help us with probably rations? We have
Oh, yeah.
run out.
Oh,
Actually
you.
run out of rations.
I haven't. I still have. Oh yeah, I shared with you.
I know, so you're gonna be doing right now.
I'm like that. I guess I'm down to half. Because I have 30.
Oh, you're hungry. Oh, here's what we can do.
Good
They
berries.
went into the burrow a little bit, and they offer you twigs, grass, mushrooms.
Mushrooms, I'll take the mushrooms.
Sorry, this is all we got. We're just gathering our brethren over there.
Okay.
Right.
So now that
It's really delicious though.
have
Okay,
we
so-
technically gotten rid of the lizard tribe here?
No, I think no. They're all over the place, but they're just staying there on that area where you got. We've been feeling a bit of magical presence over there, but they couldn't figure it out. What do you guys see over there?
Something
horrible.
horrible, or no, not really horrible, but something that needs to be extracted. For the sake of everyone around here. Yeah.
Alright,
Don't
then.
go there.
Okay.
Well, they can't go there. It's already
Okay.
submerged.
The guy that aged us, he got away too, didn't he?
Yeah.
He got away too, didn't he? The guy that aged us.
It's a ghost.
Yeah.
Yes,
The ghost.
Probably
Oh,
they're
wait.
still there.
still there. Just
Step
like
over
that.
there.
He's contemplating revenge.
Yes, what's you're trying to say,
Yeah, he
Leandro?
wants to like check if it's
So,
still there somehow.
Since I have primeval awareness,
Yep.
I want to hunt for food.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I am going to
How
stalk
big are the fairies?
some goats or deer,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna hunt it
Okay.
and turn it into rations.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that you should be able to hunt, right?
Yes.
And stuff. So the ranger's doing ranger things. He leaves you in the group.
We have a fairy Shiskaba.
No.
That can help us
No.
get.
No!
Since they won't help me get younger.
They can't do anything about your age.
Quite conveniently, during the part where you rescued the pixies from the crocodile swamp pit,
Yeah.
there is crocodile meat to be had because they're still caged up underneath, and under as well you get some frogs. There's no deer here in the swamp area. You get frogs.
Alright.
You get crocodile meat though. It's pretty good.
Looks like we're having a high cholesterol diet.
At the same time, I'm also gonna be resummoning my familiar.
Okay,
Because it died last time, right?
it died.
Yeah, it died.
It went scouting.
You killed all the animals, sir.
Does your familiar require? Does the spell find familiar require like a gold
Sure.
expenditure?
One second.
I'm gonna
It
start.
can be casted as a
Can we
ritual,
like
but
take the crocodile top?
But I think
and then
it
there?
has
Yes.
material components too,
it
right?
has material
Yeah.
components.
I'm gonna try to.
I really want to buy armor.
I wanna get the economy down first.
Familiar.
Find
10
familiar.
GP worth of
Okay,
Okay, just
crocodile.
for the purposes of that, just deduct that from your koan.
Yeah.
So, anyway, for the purposes of casting spells with material components, I'm not gonna ask you to. Oh, you forgot to buy this at the town. Just deduct it immediately
Well,
from
basically,
your
it's
money.
like we have.
You have a spell pouch of
Oh,
material
yeah,
components.
regents and-
Just deduct it instead of preemptively buying, so it's easier.
It costs 10 gold.
Yes.
Cost and
But not for you
some-
because it's your pact.
Oh, I don't have to spend gold.
No,
You
you're
don't
not.
have to spend gold, but you
Right.
do have to spend like 10.
So you guys are flush with rations. You got crocodile jerky meat
Yes.
with a bunch of frog to season, and random reeds
tail
and
is
water
like-
lily salad. You got a wrap. You have a water
I have a
lily
wrap.
wrap crocodile meat. Pretty good.
That's what you killed crocodiles?
No, we
No.
killed the crocodiles.
You get some crocodile meat. You harvest it off of that.
They just harvested it.
Can I make it into a bag?
So what are you
Leather
going
working
to do?
skill.
It will be a
To
very
prevent
small
yourself from
bag.
being like
I'm a small girl.
lizard food when we're gone.
Not to be honest, we usually keep into our circle,
Mhm.
but the the thing that happened where some like magical energy in the area forced us to explore a little bit. So some of our other brethren just wanted to cause some mischief,
Okay.
and I guess they messed with the wrong people.
Yeah.
But we'll be much more careful
learn-
right now. We'll just stay
A
here.
lesson learned then.
Yep.
Well, I think.
See, this is why I have Bushin around.
Yeah, we can go.
Yeah, I think it's time for us to quit.
Right. Thank you. Please come back anytime you need something. Sorry you can't do your thing.
Don't worry, I'll find some clerics to slaughter later.
Okay.
That's not me.
By the way,
talking
for the purposes lang po, from your spell slot that we fixed it, you don't have Pushin yet. Just have it as a pet and just add the animal companion later on.
No, go ahead. I use my primeval awareness to actually talk to a cat and
Okay.
make it my animal companion.
Okay.
So it's not the
It's an animal friendship, so it's not a combat ready, but you have a cat and it's just hanging on your
We
backside.
found a house cat out here.
The house cat has been with us since we left.
You're still alive. I thought you were saying you befriended a new one.
No,
No,
that's what I
no.
did.
Oh,
The
yeah,
explanation
yeah.
of how I got it, not through
Yeah.
a spell.
Sorry, I'm suddenly old.
Don't worry,
Suffering
Grandpa.
adventure
I'm
already?
sure you'll get some senior citizens discount when we get back.
The pixies try to give you like pixie dust. Hey, come on, cheer up. Nope, I'm not Peter Pan. It's not gonna help you fly.
All right. Well,
And it's slightly perturbed at you, based on your general look as well,
yeah, stay
And-
well
It's
away
lucky
from
look.
him.
and your menacing aura of
More lucky than
More lucky.
evil.
He gets more warlock every day.
But it's warming up to
Only
you
does that to you.
Yeah.
as a group.
All right. I think we should be going. Anyone?
We shall
Yeah,
head
the
out.
Dust, dust bin, the dust pool, the
Dust land.
land, yes.
Yeah. And we have our adventuring company to
Yes,
take care of as well.
Yes,
right?
I need to.
Your adventuring company.
Oh.
Anyway,
I didn't join, remember? That's
Oh
why
my
I
God,
that,
you made a-
that's why I didn't do your stupid I will get that stone thing because
oh, that means we don't have to share the gold with you.
Exactly.
I'm
Which
an
kind of reminds me,
opportunity
boss.
basis.
Our pay.
Yep. That will be settled at the at the
At
good
town.
one, at the town.
Yep.
Or at our headquarters.
I really need to dispose of this thing. It's talking to me again.
All right. Then off you go, and off you went.
Oh.
You
Heading
want-
back.
Yes.
There's based on the pixies that you've rescued. There's a general lightening of the mood. The rain has sort of stopped, and
We left my halflings in the cabin, right?
yeah,
Yes.
The
I need
cap-
to
the
go pick
witch's
them up.
cabin.
yeah, back at the
So
cabin.
so we rendezvous at the cabin and then
Yeah.
head home.
Okay, rendezvous at the cabin.
In the cabin.
We're in rendezvous at the cabin. We split the party.
No, we,
I have no problem with
no,
that.
there's no splitting.
It's technically how we can
NPCs.
get the
On
The-
the way
what's
out.
happening.
On road.
On the way out.
We
So
need to have outposts.
Okay.
So we can safely.
Oh yeah, what happened to the what do you call them?
The Grumbles, Scribbles, and Fairchild? Is that what you're asking about?
No, the.
Will they recognize
yeah,
you
right.
even?
if I recall correctly, only Scribbles went with you today, right?
Oh my
Because
god.
you
they
wanted to
all
record.
have gone in, but they all
Stayed
stayed
in the
cabin.
hag hut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So when we get to the cabin, are they okay? Did they fare all right, or
Or
were
has
they
Fairchild
very
has
Um,
Have they made us a
They seem okay. They seem fairly bored,
Yeah.
and
Well, I
they were about to call out to you. But when you see difference,
Yes, I have adventures to tell you.
Really expecting a
Don't
lot.
say a word.
but they're wary and they're like,
They're very hungry. They're
Give them crocodile meat.
not eat.
You will find this a deluxe. It's called crocodile brain.
Ew.
"Mm,
Yes, Grumbles, cook that up.
He cooks a little bit just for them because they've already eaten, and you get to you got to the hut with no problems, and then after them feeding it a little bit, and you still head on your way back west,
Yes.
back to the roughs. Nothing happened so far. You
Yeah.
tread the road that you went through,
All right, let's try.
and then you break through.
They say we're technically a caravan now, right?
Yeah.
With everyone who went to this adventure now back
Yep.
in one big
One
caravan.
carriage.
So wait, so we have Mike in this
No, I have a
caravan?
carriage also.
I don't know if
Okay.
we have Mike
Yeah.
in this
No, we should have Mike in the caravan. You're not leaving him in the forest.
I thought.
You left him on
Did
top of a
he join
tree.
us?
What, the Iron Fist?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you remember he jumped and then Alan was like, what the hell are you doing?
Okay.
And then we also have...
Suddenly that mob went by in the hut. What kept you guys? I was just mapping the area.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're not gonna
And he
leave
hands the
him
map
on a tree.
to Explorer Fenwick. Here's what I got so far. And Fenwick says, thank you, this will be extremely useful. But you don't believe him. Take a look. It's
Inverted.
for a guy, for someone who says that he was being sent by his order to explore the areas. He has really bad drawing.
Going.
So he just gets stick figure, hag here, water there. I jump here.
Okay.
I can make this jump. I can't make this jump.
Well, technically, Regina should be there, so like. Chewie, I mean Regina. Can I find some way to exercise the sword spirit?
Detached Sword Spirit. Well, I can't do anything about that, but I might be able to do something when we get back. I'll let you know. And then you guys head back as a group. Recover back all the way back to the roughs, where again the guards stand in attention
We are back!
as you get pushed through the edge of the swamp where the devastation happened. You push through thick foliage before you burst out again. Dustlands guard on attention. Lord Fenwick, yes,
We're back?
you're back.
In town?
Yes.
You're back in town.
I need a new goal
New
for
bow.
my character.
Lord Fenwick says, I need to report to this again. Same thing. I'm
I'll
gonna
check
try
my
to get
mail.
the audience. Well, if actually it's not too much of a trouble for you, I think based on what we discovered, we can skip all the pleasantries and we can go directly to Wayland Keep to report your findings. Because
What's Wayland Keep again?
it's the makeshift castle, just a large cabin
For the king.
for the king on the spire on top.
It's an ad hoc castle.
It's an ad hoc castle.
Alright.
I check my mail.
Here's the mail.
As you're passing through again, going through the roughs and going up the spire, whereas last time you can see people still hard at work, transporting, mining a little bit. Right now there's just steady, lethargic activity of nothing. People are just sitting in the background, more or less begging as well.
So the
As you
it
pass
has
through,
deteriorated.
it seems
There's no more
it
work.
seems that way that there's no more work, and whereas the gold was depleted before, there's really no more like
Gold right.
gold. The area where there's a small cache of gold has been completely mined out based on the hearings that you've said, and
Wow, a lot has happened since what, 3 nights?
Oh, we've been gone for quite a while.
they've been gone for a
We've
while in
been
the
gone
swamp.
In the
Uh,
At
tavern.
least 2 weeks.
Oh,
At least 2 weeks.
so all of this happened in 2 weeks.
Wait, remember what happened to the military people?
Oh yeah.
The
Do we hear any
Spartans.
word about those mercenary company?
As far as you can talk to the peasantry, they haven't coming back. You guys are still the best at whatever you guys are doing because you're the only one to come back
We're
in one
Wolverine.
piece so far. And what you do is pretty nice,
We're
actually.
not Batman anymore, we're Wolverine.
Okay.
So I believe yeah, I think I can do that later.
Okay.
We need to get more adventures into
Oh, okay, my character. Sorry.
We're gonna be hiring more people.
yeah, so there's gonna be more things out there.
Yeah.
What?
So you went up to the spire, which is the, as I've explained, this is the rich part of the area where the rest is just the peasant workers. Up here are the much better funded people. There's like sort of glamping tents, whereas it's just a bunch of cots and like a fireplace, sleeping on the ground. Here's much better. There are some structures to rent. You go all the way to Wayland Keep. Fenwick goes ahead and announces you guys' presence. You're being entered into the foyer and for a bit, and not a few minutes just happens, and then you're allowed to get inside. Who wants to enter?
We all
We all do.
We all
Yeah.
do. Your travesty, I mean majesty.
As you guys enter, before you actually enter the door, Fenwick goes in, and then you hear a rumble. The 5 minutes comes in, and as you approach the doors, entering to the common room for them, you would already notice that there's voices throwing back and forth. What seems like, if not an outright quarrel, but a heated argument that's been happening so far.
Ooh, what are they saying?
And-
Can you hear it?
As you enter, the voices sound gets louder as you open, and then close the door. Guards close the door behind you. Inside the room, you can see the king sitting on his quote-unquote throne, basically hand to his head.
Again.
There's
Okay.
2 other people in there. One is the bald, red-headed dwarf, the Grodin,
Oh, Grodin. And,
in there.
Oh, you go.
And another person is a noble-ish with robes. It's very thin, a lanky human, as far as you can tell. He has very overly ornate robes that kind of don't fit well.
from which
Because
For
nation?
him. Lots of jewelry, an earring on the one side, very thin, like a goatee, like
Do you have a
a
nobility
goatee,
check here?
sharp.
Yeah, I think history. Or
I
something
don't
like
have sleight of hand.
I have history.
History.
And
Is that
I
a
determine
thing?
where this guy came from, what kingdom.
You
Okay,
don't
I
acknowledge
assume.
nobility.
There's no need to check because you're quarreling it, and actually, Merla, you know this
No,
person.
I know.
Oh.
this
And
person.
based on the arguments that have been happening, it
Yeah.
sounds something like this. The dwarf says is quarreling to the king, but mostly in general. He's like, what? How could this happen? What? This is your king. What? What are you doing here? That wagon that I sent to Felinor,
Oh,
the
so
one that
he's
researched. What?
He's the scientist guy.
There's not the scientist guy. He's the dwarf. The dwarf is just yelling to the king. There's nothing for secrets.
He's
Everything is
former-
incompetent here. Why?
The evil
Why?
guy in my town. He's the guy that rented the scientist
Summer
guy,
cabin?
right?
Summer cabin?
Yes, and the other guy, which is the struck guy, which is that actually great. He's also coming. King, this just cannot be. I mean, I know this. I know what you're hiding here, and I need to be paid for this. And the quarrel goes happening. Between the three of them. You.
No,
they look to you.
before anything happens,
Mhm.
I go and like punch his face.
You can't reach the dwarf.
The
No,
the
no,
the
no,
the
the
yeah, the
You
human.
can't reach his face.
Figure I can jump.
Kick his shin.
No, 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 no.
No, I just want to strike. Oh no, I
No,
bounce
just
him.
no, no, no.
I
Punch
bounce
him in the balls.
No, I bounce him because he's wearing robes anyway and he's thin, right?
As you do that, and then it's a long hallway.
Yeah,
You make
I
a
know.
running start. It goes you again. No, this is all your fault again. No. Wait. What are you doing? King, help! And then the guards intercept before you can get to do that.
I talk to her wolf. Bounce at that guy.
No,
Well, the wolf is not listening to, but he's really agitated as well to you, and it's like sitting at attention to
I'm
you
like
there.
screaming and kicking like it's all your fault. You killed everyone.
Wait, who's this?
You.
Okay. So I tell everyone
Okay.
about like
Yeah,
he's the main guy.
Yeah,
I
know.
You don't have a chance. It's you again. You ruined everything, and now with what happened, I'm sure you got to do with this. I don't know how you did. You dark, dirty magics. You stole. You stole my summer home. It's gone. I know it's here. Because when I went to check, because I wanted to get rent from that weird ass scientist guy,
Also, he doesn't.
there's nothing there.
Yeah.
It's just desert land, and now you're here. Is this clearly your fault? This is
Your
clearly your
summer
fault.
home is over. Direction.
The king says,
No, don't say anything.
not supposed to. And then the
Is
king
the
addresses
there?
the
Still there?
Yeah.
king
Everything's
addresses,
still
my lord,
there.
I have no idea what's happening. In fact, this is why I have acquired the services of the lord from Felinor here in order to determine. We have nothing to do with this. We are as surprised as you, and I assure you that these are just adventurers and they have nothing to do with this. We are also trying to get to the bottom of this.
Yes, we all have
Are there
earlobes.
any court ladies here?
There are no court ladies here. As far as you can see, this is just
Very dirt poor town.
If you think about it,
Dirt
the
poor
whole
town.
court was gone.
Yeah.
Remember?
No one's left here. Remember?
So basically, this king is like the son, so he was
Okay.
away. So the whole court is gone.
Yep.
Dirt poor as you can get.
Yes.
Yeah. No wonder the only thing that was smuggled in was just a bunch of onions and carrots.
So what do I hear about this caravan?
Then the dwarf actually, you promised that I had the
No,
first
didn't I?
rights because of these. I don't even know what this is. I just know that if people are with the one you slayed, this seems to be important, and you promised me that I have first rights to sell this.
Yes.
Your little child convinced me that I should send a shipment directly to Felinor, and now
What happened to the caravan?
well, the guards that from here that I sent it there, they just came back and just said it was robbed. They were robbed. That's one whole shipment.
By who?
By
There's
who?
only one half. They don't sell. They can't do anything. It's just incompetence.
Why
Raiders,
is it-
robbers. I don't know.
Why-
I'm sure he
why-
had something to do with it. He didn't want to pay me, so you arranged your little apprentice child.
Who's your apprentice?
I am
You asked
sorry.
him to send it.
What is this apprentice?
Did you?
Who
No.
is this child you're talking about?
Hey,
I have an apprentice.
That
You
little.
have an apprentice?
Yeah, I did.
That guy.
I have a retinue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that guy.
You just didn't want to pay, right?
No.
I should have known, you stinky elf.
Basically, I don't need to pay.
And you
The
sent
kingdom
your,
will be paying
you
for
sent
those
your
services.
apprentice to
Did you hire anything?
to steal the stuff from this caravan?
No. I was with you the whole time.
Yeah,
This happened.
Rodin comes out with, here's what happened. Your little runt of a kid convinced me that I should send this immediately to Thelenor so that they can appraise the value. Of course, I have first rights of prospecting to this. And it made sense that of all people who could want these dark shards, he said they would be the one to have it. So he convinced me to send it there. So I recruited some local guards, and now they come back and they've stolen. You knew about this, right? This is
No.
your plan all along.
No.
So you need to tell me, boss, that you got double crossed by the apprentice of yours.
Where is
I don't
this
believe-
apprentice of yours now?
Yes, I think I'll get to the bottom of that, but I can assure you, Rodin, that none of this is my machinations. I was away with these people for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks in an underground cavern that, nearly took our lives away. So I really don't know what you're talking about, but I will try to get in.
The slimy human interrupts.
Took about
What?
25%
What are you talking about? Are you saying that's my property?
Property what?
You got it from my summer home. That's my property. You should. He talks to the dwarf. He talks to the Gordon. You have no right to send everything in that house is my possession. You have no right to sell it. You
Not even in
dirty
this
dwarf.
house.
Wait a minute. This guy is agitated, right?
He's agitated, yeah.
Alright, so while he's flailing his arms about, I'm going to get the sword of vengeance, and I'm gonna make sure that he touches the sword of vengeance, and then I let go.
Aren't the guards gonna stop you though?
Yeah.
Okay, as you take the sword and you
No,
touch
it's
it.
like sheath.
Yeah,
I'm going
but
to,
still.
I'm going
The
to,
king is there.
Okay.
like make it
Right, silently, you take the sword to him, and then
I want him to touch the sword, and let's see if the spirit activates him.
okay, you take the sword to him, and he goes, here he goes. What? I said, I have no need for swords. He knocks it away.
So, do I feel
He clatters to
anything?
the floor,
Hmm.
and nothing happened so far. I am
I
no.
think that-
You think I have any use for that sword? Nothing.
No, I was thinking of something else.
Well, you thought wrong. Everything. I the Duke. I will not be. I will not be fooled. I know a scam when I see one. Or my name is not the Duke. The Dick. What was I saying? Even my name is not Duke Desmond.
Desmond.
Look, here's what I know. When I went to collect rent in my area, which is in my lands in Steelcross, because it was overdue. Instead of a summer home, I saw nothing but desert land. Now, it could be the work of magic, but I know because I sometimes spend time here in your godforsaken dustlands from before. This terrain is yours. And I'm pretty sure that my summer home is there somewhere. So whatever it is that you're sending to Thelenor, Master Dwarf, it's mine by all rights. And then the dwarf goes, no, talk to the king.
Yes.
I'm just following the rules with the writ of prospecting. Everything that I've found here is mine.
So basically, that I'm gonna lawyer this shit. No, because I'm gonna side with the king. This is now his kingdom. You do not own it anymore. It's part of the kingdom, and there's even documents documenting his ownership through this particular area. I'm sorry that your
Summer home.
summer home was lost, but unfortunately, if it's there out there,
It is
It's
not
now
lost.
his.
I know for a fact it's in there.
but now it's his property.
What? Because you dirty little puppy, you must have done something about this.
Yeah, you know magic if you're
Hold on.
That's like,
Hold on.
Okay, I'll start.
No, it's really your fault again. You burned through everything, and now you're taking everything away from me. You.
No, wait, while he's talking, I got something from any of my bags and just throw it in his face.
I give you the sword.
Okay, make an attack roll.
What is it with you and the sword?
I
No,
need
to
it's
get
probably
rid of
some
the curse.
blunt object like some
Trying to get
bottle
rid of
or
the sword.
something.
Yeah, I need to see if the spirit
Someone
of
needs to take
vengeance.
ownership of that sword.
17.
Okay, You in your rage, you take up and you throw something
Mm.
to the
What
one.
is that
It hits
weapon?
correctly.
Yes.
You hit. You hit.
It's not
It
anything
transfers.
lethal.
You
Oh.
toss
No,
him.
that's why I need
A
somebody to
bottle or
remove first.
something.
Yeah,
An empty bottle.
you tossed him like an empty water skin. It splashes with you insolent, and he tries to approach you.
I
But
can't
then-
look it off. I look at the king.
The king
I
goes,
believe.
yells at everyone, enough, enough, enough.
See, this is why I stay out of politics.
My lord
I
dwarf.
tried.
I don't know with regard to that, but it is in your best interest, and I'm sure that this group has proven to you as, in fact, they were able to actually grant you access to this area, if such an area exists as well. Winking, nodding wink to against
Everyone,
the
involved.
Duke.
Mm.
So I would find it less gay in the case. Now, if you wish to investigate that, feel free to do so. This is outside of our lands. But with regard to the guards that you sent, they cannot be held liable because, thieves happen. So it's up to you to do that. And now, Lord Duke, I can or cannot confirm if, in fact, the summer home is yours. But Lord Ferendil is correct that if you
it
do,
was
in fact,
there-
try to go here, you will be trespassing on our lands, and that I cannot let pass.
I know this shit.
Whatever. Just
But
like-
for now, we are dismissed. I shall talk to you later on.
I will look
But
for my
Everyone
apprentice.
dismissed.
Wait, you're Ferrendale?
Yeah, I'm from
Okay.
India.
Alright, Lord Ferrendale.
I'll be looking for my apprentice.
And then
This is
the dwarf and the duke eyes each other, and they say almost at the same time, "This isn't over."
Ew.
And then they head back.
Oh. Synchronized swimming.
Synchronized.
So you're now alone in the house or in the common room, and then the king just slumps to his chair, and then rubs his temples.
Wait, what's your
It
name
is.
again?
Where was the caravan
Wrong man.
waylaid?
Wrong.
Ah,
Little brand.
I
I've already sent word to Felinor about this, correct?
correct. Or you sent word to Telenor that this has happened, but it turns out that your apprentice, based on the conversation, took the initiative of actually convincing the dwarf to send the shipment ahead.
It will be.
And then the king goes like this. I have too many problems happening right now. It got waylaid probably along the road. Might have been a bad idea. If brigands see all the hubbub happening here in the upheaval, and then a lone caravan, lightly protected, gets out of it,
Yeah, that's just.
it's easy prey.
Moose.
I will talk to my.
Too many problems, and he just goes and rants at it. He takes a walk to the fireplace.
Moose, you're just Moose.
So many problems.
I am Moose Duvet.
The gold is completely gone. Okay.
Again?
It's now completely gone. Whereas before we could still, it's completely gone right now. It's been 3 days and there's nothing to be had.
Dwayne as in Dwayne Johnson or Gawain?
Duvet.
Oh, Dwayne.
We have scrapped every part of the roughs, and the only way is to go forward. And people are afraid because it seems like you guys are the only one to do that. Now the Lord Dwarf has already gathered the writ of prospecting, so that summer home is okay. We scanned the intervening area, but there's no gold to be had. Your suspicion might have been correct in the first time around, that there might be some sort of transport in the area.
And
Truth be told, I can't really blame the Duke as well, because it's certainly his property, but this is our territory, so
that's true.
I don't know what to do. I don't think he'll be satisfied with that. Impending war might be happening once we find out all of the other areas that we've yet to discover.
It's
The
true.
swamp area,
But
the
for one
glacier
thing,
area.
It's his fault for having that, for renting that home to that madman
Well,
in the first place.
regardless of what you
He's the
discovered,
one who caused all of this.
Oh, he did that.
No, the scientist.
The scientist, yeah, but not the guy who rented the place. You're just like...
No, he's the one who rented the place. The
That's a
scientist.
theory.
The scientist was the one who rented the place.
Yeah.
The
One who
scientist
owns
is the one who caused all this. but
well,
not the guy
Lord
who owns
Wizard,
the
you would be
place.
the
Yeah.
one
But it
to.
was his
You
fault
would
for
know
running
more.
it.
Yeah.
You would know more than that if
That's
that's
why I hate
really the case of what's happened.
Yeah, we got
In any
we
case,
had
you have to wait
letters
what they
and
do.
transcripts here.
And on top of that, the honor guard that I sent on an expedition further east, north, south, west, east after the summer home, where it was discovered that there might still be areas in our kingdom that haven't been affected by the people. They haven't come back since. So now I'm down, people. There's no more gold. Based on your conversation, Telenor won't be happy when they find out that the delivery shipment that your apprentice was robbed. And well, that's one of the border kingdoms. The other border kingdom would be Everton, would be that military encampment. I've just came from there, and I've asked them to protect us, and they will all honor our agreement for now, not to let full armies in, because it would have to go through their territory. But it seems like they were giving me the impression that it's gonna be getting harder for them to keep turning away adventurers and vetting them and full army, since, well, we're a mercenary troop, and word got out that someone hired the Everton elite to explore the area. So the Everton elite are the best of the best, and they don't come cheap. And
Those guys still own that.
No, they're still there exploring.
Yeah.
they're still there exploring. Yeah. So if people already heard word that someone paid a lot of money to hire the best mercenaries to get to there just to recover something, hush hush. So they're gonna be wondering. So I don't even know if that's gonna be good in the long term.
So we just wait till those guys.
Well, I have to get to the bottom of the robbery.
We attack their caravan and find out what they got.
The king goes, I don't even know if it's worth actually asking or paying them to maintain the borders. All we know for now is there is no gold, and the areas where which has been transported, there's still no gold, and our coffers are running low. So I don't know if it's even worth them, or maybe I should just throw open the gates and just let everyone in. I don't even know if there's still a kingdom for me to rule.
Well, you know,
Well,
open.
I think
Enough
one of the
about me.
first-
What have you guys discovered there in the swamplands?
Well,
Apparently, there's a hag that wants our heads now.
yeah, that's not the case though. Just random encounter for us, but it to the point.
There is.
Now,
We need someone to dig up this cave that was collapsed in, because there are many dark shards there, and also a ghost that I need revenge on.
Just to let him in on the what happened. Which kingdom did that area that Toby came from, based on the nationality of
Historically.
the historically of the ghost, the guardian.
Lord Duvain, I think you'll be able to answer that, Lutz,
That
a little
kingdom
bit.
of what?
Well, the ghost was like an
Kingdoms
ancestor.
did I come from again?
From whatever kingdom you have.
what did you make
From
from the letter?
what? Letter? And there was a kingdom in the letter.
The Devane Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where did
X
you come
kingdom.
from?
It seems a portion
X
of
kingdom.
that
No,
kingdom.
No, I'm
that's
thinking for
right
the
here.
name of the kingdom, but yeah, I'll get you the name of the kingdom.
So a grand mausoleum of protector. What's the name of the protector?
My great granddad did it.
Duving.
Duving.
That ghost.
That kicked your ass.
That ghost was your great granddaddy.
Yeah.
Where is
So,
it?
so basically, there's a mausoleum there that's in ruins. That's where at the bottom of it is a cave where all active dark shards are located. That's guarded by a ghost.
And the ghost would be
his great grandfather,
In other words, his ancestor.
ancestor, somewhat related to him.
So if we want that ghost, we know who we can take hostage.
well, you're more than you Dustlands Adventuring Company. You've already more than earned your keep. You've done a lot more, and don't think of me that I'm not appreciative of this. I give you far leave, but I can spare no more men and no more resources to that endeavor. I'm just basically holding on. And in fact, the payment that the Efferton elite, when they went to the glacial quadrant, is already running low. That was a down payment, and they haven't come back yet.
I don't think you can even
So,
get more information.
I don't know what to
Well,
do.
we can have Robin prospect that.
No, what about the tower thing? Where are the scientists? What are they doing?
The scientist.
Remember
The scientist is dead.
The scientist is
No, the
dead.
tower where there were smart people. Or,
Oh, like where my apprentice was at.
yeah.
Your apprentice is holed up at the close to the watchtower where you're able to see.
Where we have to get the rig?
Yeah. Maybe we can find someone who has more ideas about this shard.
Why don't we just go to the
Since
place?
it's the reason why this shit all happened anyway.
Um,
We are in dire straits here.
I think we need to, for one thing, this is out of character. I think we need to secure a trade route from this to Pelennor, because it seems that there's bandits around.
the trade route is already there.
Secure.
yes. Based on your background from you went in, it's just a normal carriage-driven, probably 15 feet road, but it's well, you really can't determine the safety as it's just the open road, open highway.
Yeah.
So
And
Okay,
that's
don't
essentially
think
a
it's
thing
wrong.
that's possible.
That's what I
What do you
think.
guys think?
Mowam?
What?
And
Is
Mowam.
that what we
And
want to
Mowam.
do?
Moam?
And move on.
Unless anyone is...
I'm done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have something I need to do.
And I need to talk to my apprentice as well.
But you need to summon your bird first.
I already did, so I'm not sure.
Okay. I thought.
I already took 10. Go.
my lords, I am at my last race, so
Yeah, we'll get back to you on that. We need probably to straighten up the
I mean-
things.
I mean, V3 could probably invest in his kingdom for as long as there are profits in it. But
That's the thing.
legal
Is there like-
profits.
There is no profit. What the
There are any
hell?
underground dungeons and stuff from this castle?
no, Lord Coxsmith. Basically, this, if you see the area across from that, the crater, this is just a makeshift area where in fact, we're actually, this spot, the spire and the roughs that somehow got pushed through, this is actually a neutral area that sort of, I'm paying allegiance to both Pelennor and Efferton for their protection as well. So, in fact, this is not my kingdom, so this is just a makeshift.
Okay.
So
Well,
the whole kingdom was active.
where in this dust bowl can I get the furthest underground?
Well, there's never been underground. Unless it goes cut through, the best bet would be nothing underground, though.
I just wants to summon
Um,
his pet without...
Get a room.
For what reason do you require underground, my lord?
I need to be closer to the
House.
elements.
Closer to hell. Stop it!
Well,
Stop it!
Shouldn't you be
the
like on a
Explorer Guild would
mountain?
know more, but
No.
I believe based on the reports
No, that
they've
would
been
be
telling me,
closer to the wrong
and-
direction.
in the information they've provided me,
This is not mine, shafts.
as far as we know, the only thing that's left that we know of would be across from the summer home where Lord Fenwick now comes in. Yes, we were able to discover the desert land all over the place. A few clicks most would be a way station there. That's assuming, of course, that it still exists and hasn't been subsumed by any other areas that might have been transported there. Which is why the honor guard was sent there, but they haven't reported back since as well. They made it okay from the summer home, but they haven't come back from there. I've stationed some guards as well
There's
on the edge of the summer home area where the desert would be already, but they haven't come back, haven't reported since.
You just wanna explore. Yeah.
Now, if you excuse me, my lords,
Okay.
this
Seems too far away.
I realized that I've been taking too much of your time, but I really thought that I could turn lemonade from the lemons that have been
The lemons from the
The initial gold rush was fine, but it seems like it just
slow down.
uncovered from the bottom a few nuggets of gold. and it didn't really restore it. So I may need to prepare my peasantry to, well, maybe we'll have to be refugees to some other kingdom, or we could stay here. But there's really not much that we can do here.
Well, hold on your horses. Yeah, because basically, what I tasked to find is to task probably a few people to recover.
If you think that the Dark Shards has anything to do with this, you're more than welcome to it now. It may be worth something for sure.
I have
But-
a theory as well.
My priorities have to be with my people. Right?
Because remember, there is still that overarching villain.
Go. It's not just fun.
There's this overarching villain
No
that we
money.
have.
No money for us.
And
You know, we
I
can always
think
go to Everton.
because they were transporting equipment and dark shards to Kalanwar, right? Broden's caravan.
Yes.
There might be a possibility that the benefactor of the scientist may have probably.
No, Everton as in where the Everton elites come from. If they can pay a mercenary company,
May
if
have
they can maintain a mercenary
Dr. Wynn,
company, that means they must have a lot of
that.
money.
That's the one of the
So
few
they
things
just
that,
go to
other
store
than
services
normal
to
bandits,
I think
would be
it's
interested in
better
that
for
kind
the
of.
scientists.
Because bandits
I mean,
would like to
no,
get
like,
gold, and
Not really literal
these
scientists,
bandits
but, you
don't know
anyone
that
who has the
these are
idea
just
of
dark
where the
shards.
shards come from.
Perhaps.
So
Whoever knows more
I'm trying to
money
piece
will
together
come in.
first.
Very well.
Maybe
Because they
as
either wanna cover
once
it
we
up
have
or wanna
secured
know more about it.
a secure
And I
trade
don't
group
wanna compete
from
against
here
the
to
rest.
Kalanwar, maybe your kingdom can stay afloat.
Well, I appreciate that your efforts on our part, but for now, I need to sleep. It's been a while since I actually had sleep, so if you'll excuse me, and you are promptly, well, quite sincerely and quite nicely, but dismissed. But of course, he's definitely depressed.
No more
Yeah.
kingdom for you.
And where you go?
I go to my
is it,
headpiece.
what time is it? Is it getting late?
Oh yeah.
It's well, it's actually it was daylight, right? So you got there a little bit, maybe a couple days. It should be around noon still.
So what I'm gonna do is, since I'm a smuggler, so I must have some criminal contacts here. In fact,
Yeah, try to help me with the bandits.
basically, I'm gonna talk to him or her.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask if there are any bandits lurking around in the roads that where the caravan was ambushed. If there is such a group operating in that area.
Okay. Make an investigation check first.
I only have a 3.
Based on that, you try to case the people,
Yeah.
try to hear over here in the area. People are just keeping to themselves right now, just in the throes of depression and so forth. If there's any that might happen, you might have better luck in the roughs, where the
Rougher ones.
rougher people, the underground, the common folk,
Okay.
that might have more information for you.
Alright.
But before that happens, though, suddenly you hear a trumpet.
Oh no, we're here.
The return has come back. Someone has come back.
Okay.
And after a few minutes of hustle and bustle that you're able to see, a caravan slowly pushes out from the glacial quadrant.
Okay.
They stay at the roughs. There are 4 caravans in there.
Wagons.
Four full wagons, completely covered in tarps, and in a full attention. There are now, at least you can see, only about. Whereas we started at 50 strong in a formation, there's just about a dozen or so in a scattered formation all around the crates. And in the roughs, they pick an area where it's pretty much separate from everything else. And then suddenly from the inside, 2 of those carry a chest, and they walk slowly up to the spire.
Wow. Oh, what?
And then they
That's
meet
the
you
rest
guys.
of the payment.
You're able to meet
Yeah.
them.
Hey, Jerry!
Down from the spire, they're coming up.
No, as you're getting out of the keep, you notice them.
We're heading up the
The crates are just staying in the roughs. Just 2 of them takes a chest drags it up to the spire in front of the Wayland Keep, and that's where you meet.
Okay, it's like, hey Jerry, how's it going?
The blue and gray emblazoned ignores you,
Yeah.
We're
and
not in this.
not really ignores you in the sense like
We're heading
out of
out
disdain,
now,
ignores you,
separate.
but just like
So
sort of
we're still waiting when he's
It's
in
like, I'm
a
working now,
Yeah,
do not
but
disturb
Robot
me.
Right.
Look,
right
Yeah.
in a military attention. Just in the military attention, just goes through. The guard from inside Wayland Keep goes in and then doesn't speak at all. Just
yeah.
proffers the chest and then goes in, and then he's allowed inside, and they both enter.
They go in
Hmm.
and say, look, hey guys, why don't we check out their little caravan? Sneak about, huh?
You guys go ahead and do that. I want to talk to Jerry.
I don't sneak.
I will cast invisibility on myself and go
Right.
to their caravan and try to poke around, see what they might have found.
Okay, so you separate from the group, and you walk. You cast invisibility,
Unless you guys
visibility,
wanna come
Yeah,
along.
it's
go
like-
down.
It's like when he casted invisibility on himself, it's like,
Okay.
looks like Grandpa disappeared in the annals
So
of
both
history.
both of the guards carrying the chest now already enter inside, and the door is just about to close in. You are now trying to head down to the caravan.
Yeah, I want to see their caravan.
Okay.
Might be a good idea to go in there and see what's in the chest, but you guys.
It's kind of obvious that it's going to be gold.
Yeah, I'll go down to their caravan. Yeah.
Okay. You go to the caravan. What do you do?
I'm gonna wait for the Jerry to go out.
Okay. You're just gonna wait at the door
Yeah.
so for them to come out.
No, the fact that I left the sword of vengeance there.
I'm gonna assume that you picked it up.
just want
Oh,
to tap someone with that sword.
Unless you do you intentionally leave it there?
Yeah.
Okay, you intentionally
See
leave it
if
there.
see if like if my connection to it will be severed or my connection is still there.
Okay. So you just leave it there and then you wait for
It's like I
Jerry.
left it on the corner.
Okay, cool. So they go inside. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I shall go to the tavern and see what or how long ago this caravan left and where they were headed to.
Which caravan?
That one.
That one. Based on the koan, the last session, if you recall, it would be these people coming in.
Yeah.
They were given only 1 month of non-interference,
Non-interference.
and they just barely made it. Let's say 3 weeks, and they're back here. It's just the third week, based on that
Is there
interaction.
like one of those? Is there like one of the guards from the caravan mingling in the tavern because they were so?
Okay, we'll get to the tavern later. That's what you had to
Yeah.
go. You just basically waiting there. What are you guys doing? As you notice, the two African guards
Someone
going
might
in.
have got
What do
that
you do?
PTSD and went to the tavern to unwind.
I'll basically just watch. But I plan to.
Why not
Talk
just
to my
send your
apprentice.
bird?
You plan to
inside
let your
the
apprentice.
house?
Okay, what do you do?
Yeah, and remember, there's a balcony, right? So I'll send my fiddle
Okay.
there.
Okay.
What's the name of your
Let's.
bird again?
Fiddle.
Fiddle.
Two?
I'll get to the rest of you.
Fiddle too.
What do you do, Merla?
I will talk to the townspeople because I'm pretty sure they're depressed and they want to leave.
Okay. So that means
Wait,
tavern.
wait, wait.
Mm.
But I would specifically ask if there is anybody who is looking, because obviously the reason when they imported the rock thingies,
Mhm.
somebody might be interested in collecting, buying, or whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna ask the townspeople if they notice anybody who's interested in buying what Rodin is planning to sell.
Okay. So you're gonna be going to the tavern. So who's gonna go first? Okay. You.
Alright then.
You wait a little bit, and after 5 minutes, whereas before
Yeah.
from behind the door you hear like conversation,
Yeah.
yelling, and even from before you can hear a slight murmuring. There's just nothing. You just hear a thunk of the chest, the action, a hinge opening up, and then closing, and then the doors open and then they leave.
What does this
What-
bird see?
Yeah, the bird. What did I say?
Where's the bird looking at?
The bug from the bug.
Okay. You just see the two Ephraim guards approaching the king, tossing the chest, the king opening it, and then closing it, and then trying to speak to them, but the guards just full attention, and then speaks nothing. It just walk out, basically.
What did he try to say?
The king tries to. So, what? What is this? What is in the cavern that one? You guys see gold? Is it any gold? No response at all. Out of desperation, out of the king's desperation, do you see any gold? Is that gold in your caravan? Is that nope? Just puts the chest there, full of gold, and then you just leave.
Also, the
That's
chest
all
is
it is.
full of gold.
Yeah. So basically,
Right.
the two guards just
Right.
handed the secondary part of the down payment
Okay.
in full, presuming that they already got what they need in the caravans, and they just left.
Okay.
When they come out,
Yeah.
they walk out.
Hey Jerry, you off duty now?
He looks at you.
Oh come on, man.
You left something there. And they continue
Wait a
walking
minute.
down.
How the hell did he know it's mine?
The king points at it to you. Well, there's a certain portion there,
Yeah.
and then they picked it up. This must be yours.
Okay, so the connection.
You have the impression that these guys are really trained and they look worse for wear. I mean, they're blue and gray. It's clear that they've been into some kind of battle,
But
but
they're disciplined.
they're disciplined, and he just gives you a quick smirk.
Nice. Well, see you later at 5.
Nice play.
Yeah, I can do without it actually. So, it's like I walk with them, I ask, what?
And as you actually receive the sword, you go, "Don't get rid of me like that."
Yeah, it's like,
The only way that you give this to someone is to impale it into their bodies. It's a whisper,
okay, so
and you feel the urge to, but you.
it's like I respond back mentally. Oh, so you can be left behind.
No, he's talking about
Let's
intimidating.
try. But really,
You're right.
Yeah, the people.
Yeah,
You will
but
regret
if you leave the
this.
sword behind, that would probably make you but one less.
Not really.
Disadvantaged.
Isn't a curse?
Oh yeah,
Like you can't use any other weapon but the sword?
I know. So like,
Yeah, you practically do
I gotta
weapon less.
talk. I gotta talk to some priests. Hey Jerry, you got any priests in your regiment?
he just turns back and just walks down.
God damn it, Jerry.
Okay. Let's stick with the spire. You're in the spire. What do you do?
I knock to the king's chamber.
Okay.
Um,
Yes.
so-
I thought you were dismissed.
Nah, it's okay.
You
Yeah.
knocked in the king's chamber for a
So,
private
what do you have?
conversation.
So what did they?
Burned off the smoke smell.
So I saw that the effort didn't lead.
It's like, nah,
come in.
it's good. It's still.
So what did they?
It's still too early to
What did
waste
they
your
say?
spell slots.
They said nothing,
I cast.
merely that their contract is fulfilled.
But I'm still going to.
And I
go
didn't really
down,
expect anything much more from
to
that. These guys, they're top money.
Place.
Their salary is more than my kingdom can produce probably in a month or so. I was hoping they could give me something, point me to the direction to save this kingdom, but nope.
Bishop?
So I think that they sent down payment, the full payment.
Yep, this will cover me for about a month, thank goodness. But I'll have to spend this much more wisely. So right now, back to the conversation that we had before. Do I keep paying off the border kingdoms, including Felinor? I suspect that your scholars and professors would not want that to get. You wouldn't want word to get through if this is happening. So I'm good with you there. But there's these they're mercenaries, so they can certainly be bought. And if they paid this much just to get something, how much more do you think they will pay for full access?
Well, for one thing, you need the steady supply of income. So I think we're still at plan one, wherein the trade route with Rodin at the helm.
Well, I'm all ears.
Yeah. Well, in any case, now that you have, we'll see. We'll see, because basically, I need to sort out the.
Somebody is calling the.
That's the king.
No.
Hello, King. King.
So that's the thing.
King, I'm
okay.
still playing King. I'm kidding.
I'm
This
still
is
playing.
Mike. I think. Oh wait, that's not.
No. How could that work?
Alright.
In any case, yeah. If we can secure, here's the thing. If we can secure that passage for trade to be safe from here to Pelennor, would you be interested in investing some of that gold to mine the ones that we just recently found
For what purpose, Lord?
to increase your coffers?
They what? Invest what? What are you trying to do?
I mean, invest on mining that area,
Which area?
the one that we recently discovered.
Well,
Oh, by the way, we haven't told you the full story. So
Okay.
I revealed him what happened.
I see. So you're saying that
Yeah,
you're asking the king to invest some of the gold to start mining there.
yeah, but not yet because I need to sort out the
Very
safety
well.
of
The bandit problem.
the bandit problem.
Well, if Thelenor is kind of a little bit irritated, if Thelenor sees fit that this is a value, then definitely I would provide it. I just don't think that. Well, to put it bluntly, Lord, I would probably need a down payment from your end. I can't afford any more problems with regard to the dwarf and transport. With the transport, well, what do you suggest? Hiring more guards? I mean, a bandit's gonna bandit.
I know.
I don't even know if it's a bandit.
I think
So-
we just need to get rid of the bandits that's flying that road.
Well, if that's the case, though. Anyway, tell me when you know more,
Alright,
and then you leave. And then
I go
You.
upstairs.
Okay.
you sneak invisible.
Invisible sneaking down to the caravan.
Okay. Four wagons in a concentric circle.
Does it look like they've put up any kind of wards or have a wizard guarding the place in any way?
Make an Arcana check.
And four.
Okay.
Let's see. Plus 2. 14.
14. There's definitely not. These are common folk, military rank. Everyone is fully equipped with armor, chain armor on the blue emblazoned. Nothing to indicate that there's like a scribe or some sort of help. There's just like full military on a full mission.
And,
Mode.
But they posted guards.
Yes.
Of those?
All the four cards are sort of squared, and they are
They're circled around.
they're circled around. You would notice the tarps are tarped really tight, not just like to cover against the rain, but like fully covered, not revealing anything into the outside, basically.
Can I? How much space is between each guard?
Let's say about 5 feet in between.
Which is more than enough for you to sneak in.
Yeah, but very close to each other. I wanted to skirt around where they wouldn't be able to hear me
Okay.
very well. But is it windy at all?
It's like noon-ish right now.
Is there,
You're back in desert land, so it's just dry and nothing.
and I'm leaving footprints.
You don't leave footprints, but there's definitely a trail of
Dust puffs.
dust puffs.
Just,
I mean, you can certainly try to.
if I like pick up something and throw it, that's not gonna affect my.
No, it shouldn't affect.
So if I like take a rock and throw it, or
As long as
the
it's
other
not
way,
considered an
just
attack.
Right.
No,
The spell
no,
would
just
be-
to distract. So they look over where the rock fell, so I can slip past them.
Okay.
So they're not.
You
looking
toss the
at
rock
dust.
to the one side, right? It makes a clattering sound on the ground, or at least not like. And see the dust trail forming. Immediately, the guard went every single one went on a sudden attention, and then two of them converge and they go check it out.
Yeah,
But the
so
rest is still
as
in
soon
that.
as the their heads turn, I'll try to sneak past them.
Okay. Then they try to take attention. Make okay, now they're okay. Let's roll for it. Make a stealth check.
But
Yeah.
you have
And-
advantage, right? Since they're distracted.
Yeah. And I'm gonna put myself with the advantage because they're in really on high alert.
Oh, okay.
But you can just make a straight roll for you in your case.
Oh my god!
Okay, well that'll do it. So-
Zero to one.
Yes.
You
Oh
botched.
dear God.
You try to sneak, and then they go there.
It's like you're there.
They go. Shoo. Who goes there? As you try to sneak, and then some of the dust on the ground shows. Your
getting
presence
too
is not revealed though, but it's like they go.
You're getting too old for this.
Who goes there? You're still invisible. They don't see you, but they're now in your general direction as well. And any step you take might create another puff.
Correct.
Okay, just try to be as quiet as possible and stay very, very still.
After about 10 minutes, because they're really checking the area, they don't approach you on the area,
I only have 1 hour with
but
this
they're
spell.
observing. It seems like they really want to make sure that everything is constrained there in the area. And after a while, they relax their attention, but they're even more alert right now.
Okay, yeah, once they relax, are any of them talking to each other?
No conversation at all.
Oh my god, these
These
are the
guys are
British
low.
palace guards.
It's,
Maybe once in a while the rotation would change, but it's just like
does there seem
they
to
just
be,
go, they meet and do a salute, and then they follow through.
Okay.
That's it.
Does there seem to be any movement within the carts?
Not at all.
What have you
Zero.
seen? So I don't.
You
Yeah.
can
hasn't
you,
seen
you can
anything.
see something bulging a little bit out of the cart.
But nothing like alive.
Nothing alive at all. No.
Interesting.
Well,
So
one
far,
at
I
least.
can't get around these guards.
You're invisible, right?
Yes, but
But they can hear him.
yeah, and I rolled a 1 and had to stand still for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, how come we don't get inspiration?
The bar's not here.
Okay, so let's say how much time has passed since I cast it? Maybe 20 minutes?
Mhm.
Alright, I only have 40 minutes left. Alright, I'll try to sneak past again now that they've calmed down a little bit, even though they're more on guard.
All right.
But does that put me at disadvantage?
Just the same, but I still get to roll with advantage. I mean, these guys just. It's like their mission right now is to not let them distract in
Oh,
anything.
that's better. I thought it was a 2.
Yeah. It's
Two.
16 now.
That's a 20.
It's
Oh. He countered your 1 with a 20.
You did better. You did choke on your own spit. But you definitely you're not able to squeaky sneak. There's still puffs of trail over there, and they're just doing that. They're not actively searching for whatever it is, but they're now spears on the ready and just looking. You would probably assume that they this is not their first rodeo, and they're prepared for any ambush, distraction, or even magical. Although they are a military unit, but they are also experienced to your assessment of anything that may involve magic with regard to duplicity and stuff like that.
Yeah. Huh. Guess I better slowly back out then.
All right, back up.
You
Alright.
can summon your familiar and then have them.
I don't have my familiar's
Yes,
dead.
someone
Yes,
there.
as of a familiar,
Done
yeah.
my ritual yet.
Yeah. You can do that. Okay, how about the rest?
Me?
Yeah.
After
Okay.
I go down, I go to
The tavern.
not the tavern.
Okay.
What do you call it? I follow Jeremy from a distance
Mhm.
because I'm gonna make sure that he's gonna get off duty so that I can talk to them.
Okay. Jeremy, as they both come down,
Yeah.
whoever that you call Jeremy actually stays a few shifts as well.
Ah,
Right.
Okay.
You stake them out a little bit. You notice as well that he uh, he eventually, now that it's getting to nighttime, he um, as he is getting relieved, he goes, "I'm just gonna take a piss."
Yeah.
He kind of sneaks into the tavern.
Okay. So,
You follow him to the tavern.
yeah, follow him to the door. It's like sneaking in the job. Right?
Okay, how about you two?
You first or me?
You first.
Me first.
Since you're doing your
Investigation.
civic duty.
Okay, what are we doing again?
I'm going through to talk to. No, actually, one is I'm worried about the people and I want them to like leave safely in packs if possible.
Go to Everton. They got more money.
So
Or-
you're basically
wait,
entering the
Oh, and yeah, basically entering it.
you're entering the tavern.
No,
Okay, not
She's
okay.
doing a street round.
I'm doing a street round.
She's doing her rounds in the
I am I like the people.
Okay. So you go.
Where
And
you
I want them. Yeah, the folk hero.
Yeah,
that's
she's
why.
doing a folk hero.
You're being a folk hero. So you go, "Hi guys." To a bit, to people are just like
Yeah. Most no,
basic-
I look for children, so that's what I'm probably
How
gonna
about
do first.
those
I look for children.
ranger-
Are
the-
there any children at
How
home?
about the rangers from your old town too?
No, are they?
there's children playing around, and they are the less depressing people
Yeah,
in this current town.
that's
The
why
why?
I'm like, where are your parents? Isn't what time is it?
It's well, let's say you're gonna follow nighttime, but let's say in mid afternoon for now
yeah,
for you.
I'm gonna be like, look, we shouldn't be playing out here. Like, where are your parents? Look, I'll usher them back inside their houses. And then,
Okay, they go. Well, my parents are there, and they're just like on the ground
Oh my
on a
god.
tent, small tent,
Yeah, and then
basically sort of begging a little bit,
Oh, okay.
and that's why they're just playing.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so I approach the parents and they're like, you should like leave soon because I think the king is gonna give up on this town and it won't be safe for you here to make you war and more famine. It's
Yes.
safer to go to other places than here.
Well, so far though, this king, God bless his soul, he's been trying everything to help us. So, if what you say is true, then where would we go?
Where would I let them go?
Your old place.
Yeah, I'll like give them directions. Like, go to this place. I've been there. They might be able to take you in because they also need more people to rebuild their town. And you might be safer there as well.
Yeah.
I
Be
guess
safer there. Actually.
I guess that'll be the option, but well, those guys just those unfortunately just came back, so we might be due for allowance for now. So I think we'll be okay for a couple of months. But I thank you for your offer in a couple more months though.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm like looking for someone who might be able to change
Hmm.
the tides of what's going on. Do you know, like, have you noticed anyone different? Like, anyone looking for a specific kind of rock? Is there any, like, did anyone ask around about it?
Rock? What kind of rocks?
I only have one of those. I guess I do.
Yeah, you
So I
do.
show them a really small piece, and it looks like this.
You're still talking to Chad, though?
No, the parent,
parents.
because they were near.
Yeah, they were near.
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually show the parents
That's
around.
my, yeah.
Oh, what is that? What is that?
So I don't give it to them. And I'm like, is anyone looking for it?
Well, not really. It's the first time I've seen that.
Okay, if someone looks for a specific kind of rock, please let me know and
What the fuck is a beholder doing?
they might this might be the way
This
to
is an
save
owl?
this town.
Oh my gosh.
I'll let you
You
know.
were worried about my.
Alright, so
This is your
make
crow.
sure to leave. Make sure to leave.
Okay, you're so selfless. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's my problem.
That's your problem. Okay, who's up next now?
I'm at the
I'm a good
tavern.
guy.
Or who else wants to do anything before we get to the tavern part?
Technically, I am in the
We're
tavern.
gonna show up in
Yeah,
the tavern.
I'm gonna
Apprentice.
do it.
Okay, you're going to the apprentice.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
so you're still at the spire.
casting spells.
You're going to the watchtower to the portion, and then as you enter, he goes, "Ah, hi, Lord. Lord Ferndale, hi.
Yes, apprentice.
What have you seen so far?
Yes.
What's up? You have fun?
No.
Ooh. Why not?
It's never fun, but to go down exploring the swamp. But please tell me, why did you convince Broden to send the shipment ahead of time?
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I just wanted to do something. I got bored here. Don't let me do anything here. There's no books here.
There was research on dark shards.
Yeah, I mean, oh, that's the thing. I kind of befriended the Gruff Dwarf. I mean, he was pretty mean at the start, but he had the thing. So I made a deal for him. I hope you don't mind. I told him that the faster I figure out what these shards do, the higher Telenar will pay. So well, to be honest, I let him, well, he was busy trying to cart everything while I convinced him. I took some of the equipment that was in the cliff and tried to run some experiments on it.
Okay.
That's basically it. I had, of course, run the paperwork and they go, so we're expecting it. Why? What happened?
The cart got wrong. The caravan got wrong.
Really?
He's expecting you to be involved in it.
Expecting me? Well, that's crazy. I'm just a kid. I don't know what I do.
That sounds like a lie.
Like, can I roll an insight check?
Yes, you can roll an insight check.
That sounds like a lie.
Shit.
Zone of truth.
I don't have a zone of truth. It's a 9.
Even with that roll, he now looks very afraid. Oh no, did he do a wrong thing? I'm sorry. I just wanted to do research a little bit. I figured out what to do with what he was trying to do over there, basically. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Oh no, am I in trouble? Are you gonna expel me from the school? I can't do that. No, please. And then the parents came in and said, "My lord, please, I shall beat this child." So insolent, so insolent.
Oh my god, now look at you. You're
No.
gonna get your
No,
apprentice
no,
beaten.
father, no!
No, but I need. Although your intentions were good,
Mhm.
because of the fact that you pushed the deadline outside of the plan, you pushed the you went out of the plan.
Mhm.
Roden is suspecting that you are in collusion with this.
That greedy old fart. I mean, I'm just a kid. I don't even want that. I mean, how would I even get people to rob that for me? That guy's just, it's crazy. How would I even do that? Maybe he's suspecting you. Is he suspecting you? Oh my god, that's even worse. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Stop.
You child, and now the father's just
Sorry.
taking the belt and just smacking him.
Stop, sorry, Anragay.
Just leave him alone. Stop dissing
No,
him.
I just wanted to do something to do here. I think that scientist kind of did something. I think I sort of fixed it a little bit.
What did you fix?
Well, it seems like the polarities have been reversed. It seems like he was trying to use this device as a way to travel long distances. But the polarities of this thing, as far as I can tell, and he gives you a psychobabble that, well, it doesn't mean attractive. Well, the dwarf is now angry at me, so there's really no way to test my hypothesis. He's not gonna let me have any of those things right now. That's bad.
So what do you lack for the testing?
Well, he's not. The dwarf's not speaking to me right now, so I wanted to try to ask him if he could give me a sample of this dark shard. Woo! Okay, I got it. Did you find?
And then
Did
the
you?
tavern was teleported
Did
to
you
another
steal it?
land.
Did you steal it?
I had to acquire it from a ghost.
What? You mean there's more of this?
There's more
This is
of that.
fascinating. We should report this to Thunder already. He's writing a letter right now. Send more help. Send more help.
Yes. Basically, it's really hard for us to gather these because it's in a collapsed cavern. So
He grabs you by the scruff of your robe. Come here, my lord. No. Just come here. Here, come here. He takes you outside of the tent.
I like
Takes
this
you outside the
apprentice
tent.
already.
Wait there. He goes back inside.
Oh, you're a guinea pig.
Are you guys still waiting?
yes.
Suddenly the dark shard glows a little bit,
Mhm.
and it goes wide. You find yourself inside the tent.
Shit, it works.
You are a guinea pig!
And then the machine, it breaks a little bit. Calibration is gone. That's where he made a mistake. This can only go an attraction. It can't be used for outside.
Oh.
You can only pull things inside, can't outside. I'm assuming he tried to escape. I kind of discovered that because the area where the dark shade was like a bunch of swamp, like Cyclops poop, and a lot of weed in the area, so it's more of a pulling effect. It's I spent like 5 days of that. I would have missed that calculation a little bit.
Well, send these notes with
And that one is now inert.
next.
Yep.
Alright, send this to send your notes to Felor. But one thing's for sure, please don't deviate from any plan moving forward.
You're not in trouble?
I'm thinking about it. So
But it did a good thing, right?
Yes.
It just
That
throws
actually
the
balance-
shattered thing.
that
down
actually
there.
balances out the bad thing you did. So it's still up in debate. But continue with the research. I think I'll just need to deal with this panic problem.
Alright, whatever you do.
Alright.
And then, sorry my lord, please. The parents are just commiserating because of the impudence of your young apprentice.
Be easy on him. Just make sure that he focuses on his work. That's clear.
Yes, look. And you leave out. Okay, anyone else want to do something before we get to the tavern part? of the
Alright,
rush?
good.
Yep.
Regina is. Where's Regina?
I'm just gonna go to my
Underground place.
to my halflings and catch them up on all the adventures that
Uh-huh.
we missed and make sure the drawings look like the drawings
Alright,
that look really handsome and that kind of stuff.
okay.
Take care of that business.
Take care of that business, okay.
Wait, where is Regina right now?
Regina is, as you enter, sitting in a corner of that tavern as well.
Oh, okay. So, we found any way to get this thing exercised?
You go to the corner. Well, I'm calling in a little bit of a help. Be patient. They'll be able to cover this soon. I think I might know someone.
Give me a schedule on soon.
On the next caravan that's coming in here. I've already sent a message. They should be here soon. Be patient.
Alright then.
I got your back.
Thanks.
Leandro.
Now, talk to Jeremy.
Okay. Do you guys go to, who's going to the tavern?
I am in a tavern.
You're already in a tavern. Okay. When you enter into the tavern, definitely you see a couple of people. Whereas at the outside it's just depressing. Right, the inside there's even more depressing. Actually, you see on one corner the Bart in a table surrounded by the tree huggers. They are recuperating from their injuries and they're just having a chat on the one side. You also see a group of local peasants and they're having like a semi-drunken argument over there. Semi-drunken argument, one faction and one action to the other. Also, you see one gold and blue emblazoned guy, Jeremy, sitting in the front of the bar in front of the bald, muscular, dark bartender. And yeah, that's it.
I go to the bar and sit beside him.
Okay, you go to the bar and sit beside the bartender.
I can't go over the bar.
Okay,
Besides Jeremy.
that's right. Okay, so you go there. Okay, you sit. What can I get you, darling?
Whoa, big black guy is this. What can I get you, darling?
No,
I mean the
The
bartender.
bartender.
Your ale.
Yeah.
Ale. Anything specific?
Oh, you actually have something specific right now?
Oh, would you, I keep it a little bit. I know you. You are from the. Are you part of the Dustlands Adventuring Company?
I'm a consultant.
Well, close enough. I would presume that you won't want some of the cheap stuff. What can I get you?
I want Jeremy to open up, so I'll like ask for the strongest gun they have, so that it will be like where we came from was really very stressful and
Mhm.
I want this to end up and we'll be exchanging war stories.
Okay. Jeremy is quietly just nursing his cup, right?
Mm.
And then you order a drink, and then you're drinking. So
And I'll be like, just muttering to the bartender, we've been through hell, giant
Okay.
lizards and lizard folk, and then
okay. Make a performance check.
it's just charisma. I don't have performance. Could I make it an intimidation check to make him?
You're not
make the
talking to
story
him
more
directly.
intimidating?
No, let's not do that. That doesn't make sense.
I know. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Well,
Yep, dog.
okay. As Jeremy, as you quote, is just slowly nursing it, and you were exchanging banter with Kuan. Yeah, oh my God, what is this place? And then after probably a couple of minutes, you notice that while he was just stiff, he's drinking a little bit. He's like nodding as you're making conversation. Yeah. Until eventually he goes, yeah, this place is a shithole.
Hey, seen you around with that other group.
Yep. Kind of notice, huh? Effort to the elite, the best, baby.
Where's your action?
Huh?
Where's your action?
Well, just quick. Hell. Well, right now it's kind of drunk right now. Just quick, stash and grab and go, grab and rash. Just grab something. That's it. Textbook. Drink
In
some
and
more.
out, huh?
Yeah. At least it was supposed to be textbook. Up to the point we got to the point there, the thing that we're getting, couldn't even see, just a bunch of crates, really. Loaded it up. That was fine, but coming back, that's the problem. That's where the fun started. It was fun at first, less fun.
Does he have scars or wounds?
This particular one doesn't have wounds, but across the area you might see like a splint. But this one particularly, wala.
Or even a bruise or anything?
No, nothing to that effect. And you would notice, well, this is kind of younger looking compared to the rest. So this might be a neophyte in that case. Where'd you go?
Oh, other direction.
Are you a mercenary?
No.
You seem like you can carry yourself well. You should consider joining us.
Nah. I'm freelancing.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
Fine. It pays.
Fine.
It pays. We get some good stuff.
Well,
We got some good stuff.
that's a problem. Because military rules is like, don't take shit that don't belong to you. Make sure you get paid properly. I'm pretty curious though. But the commander would just bust my chops if I do anything out of line.
Yeah.
And then he kind of catches him. I shouldn't be talking to you. The kid's
We're
drinking.
bored. We're drinking.
Drink so many times I get free.
Yeah, you give me shit.
I know, right? This is your chance to give me shit, dude.
I know.
And you're not even good trying.
For a bar
Because
that's
I'm not that guy.
It's that bad. He doesn't even need to try.
for a guy that's trying to pry information from some drunk guy, you're having a hard time, huh?
I only have intimidation. I don't have persuasion.
You get the chance to just. I'll let you have the chance to walk in since you're in the tavern already anyway.
That's
Nothing.
Hey, Jeremy, you up duty or did you just shirk it?
For the. It was you in there.
Yeah, ouch.
I don't know you.
I don't know. It's like, dude, I saw you when you were stuck in another place. I smuggled in the food when you guys were starving and started eating rats.
No.
Who do you think smuggled in to give you the food? I saw you specifically in the toilet at that.
Is this a deception check?
Yes.
Trying to make up so you can make a deception check.
And
With
he's
advantage. And with advantage right now.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Thank God for advantage.
Yeah, thank God for advantage, but that is still 13.
It's not a 1.
Oh yeah. Right. The West marches, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
worst marches.
Right. Yeah. What's your name again? What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Leandro.
Alright. Yeah, I have a Leandro. Yeah.
So,
Cool.
exactly, so exactly how did 50 of you suddenly became a dozen?
Oh, it's crazy, man. Like I said to this guy, ugh. We just dash and grabbed some crates, put in the wagons, went back. That's all hell broke loose.
What
Just
what exactly did hell bring?
well, first of all, got caught in a snowstorm a little bit. Then it's just like I don't know, man. Just like stuff from underground, you can't even see it. I mean, the snow is pretty thick. I mean, just suddenly just people just get grabbed from the underground. Can't fight, we couldn't see.
Nature.
We had to hightail it out of there a little
Nature, what kind of creatures usually does that?
bit. Subterranean creatures, there's many.
Okay.
So
Once
based
that-
on the way he's explaining it,
So
it's
now
definitely not a hunt from
Yeah,
ground.
like,
It's like an
something
underground
underground
grabby
now open.
and sort of it like that.
So,
Yeah, that's a.
no
we had to
fangs
run
and
away.
claws, no tentacles, nothing that you can see.
No man, just like sometimes just got grabbed down there and then he had to run it. Then further on, like, we see the just corpse just mutilated all across the street. And we just hightail it out of there. The one thing I noticed though is like seems like it kind of got hot all of a sudden. Like it's a heavy storm. Then kind of got warm a little bit.
Remoras.
And you do
You
that.
wandered into a Remoras nest?
I didn't wonder anything. We were on our way back.
Huh.
What is that? Was it Herb said? Huh?
Explain that somewhere in the Arctic there is this giant multi-legged thing. Now imagine a centipede, except that it's as big as this town.
Well, my
Shit,
character
it's
wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, they live in the cold, but they're hot as a volcano.
Yeah, that kind of explains it. Well, as I said, that's a shithole. So anyway, mission accomplished. Lost a few good people.
Were there any more of those?
I don't
things?
think what they paid us was worth it with the amount of losses here. I mean, look, we're not even an adventuring company. We're just a mercenary group. Usually, people hire us not for really to fight. I mean, it's just a reputation. We just hold. We're merely for show. When we can fight, like. But basically, we put on the uniforms. Someone hires us, stations there. Approaching siege, they hire us. And we stop it because we're that good. But I don't know why the captain just actually suddenly accepted some sort of hunt mission. We don't do that. I suppose the gold's pretty good. You get sent like fuck ton of gold to the guy just to get in. I can only imagine how much more fuck ton of gold they gave to us to hire us in the first place, outside of our local scope.
Right. So who's the captain? So who's the captain now?
And on cue, it kicks.
Oh. He kicks me.
Soldier!
Oh.
A door comes in, a large commander wearing a scaling, he's just like full plate. Commander! Private, what are you doing? I'm so screwed. Get your ass back here and go back in formation. I gotta go. And he runs out.
Yeah, it's like, but where he goes is like one for the road.
Seriously? in
Yeah,
front of the
If you
captain?
take that one sip again, I will have you court-martialed and
So bad.
he release you there.
Oh, it's done.
Okay, I'll do this later.
Books.
Oh, you got me this world.
You're in some trouble, pirate. And then when he runs to the captain and just bonks him.
Oh,
And then they go outside, get back in there. And that's the end of that conversation.
Okay. So whatever it is, they have crates of them.
There's still more crates there. He said they left a lot more crates
I
there.
know, it's not available now.
Oh no, actually, did I say that?
He said that.
I said they just handed the crates and that's it.
Yeah.
And there's no more crates,
Oh, okay.
basically. But the mission was
To grab those things.
because if you were trying to determine what was inside, they also don't know. It's just crates
You just grab the
in the
crates.
area, and then
No,
you
I
just
had a
put it in.
feeling. I had a feeling that they said it's crates, and with their take orders, don't ask questions. I also know that they don't have any clue.
Yep.
So the best thing that we can do is to
But we kind of have a general direction and location.
Sure.
yeah.
So next, of course, is to go to the criminal contact.
What do you do? Criminal contact.
Did I have mail?
Terry Pratchett.
Oh yeah.
Hmm?
Did I have mail?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
The caravan hasn't arrived yet.
So if you got any audio goods?
Okay. So make what's that siya? Is that an underworld check of some kind?
Oh.
I don't even know what that check that is.
That's
That's probably investigation.
That's not a couple,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
No, I'm the.
that is 13.
It's 13. You're trying to
You have all the.
let's say for the purposes of this, you try to scope out, case out the people that do that. So far that you can see, there isn't anything resembling some sort of criminal element here. Maybe because of the extreme poverty, or maybe because there's nothing worthwhile here politically, or maybe if there's something to be interested on the Kwananga side, nobody is able to gone through as well because no one has been able to
Get to the
actually
border.
get to the further than the current areas aside from the Kuan.
Interesting. So the place where the caravan was attacked and somehow looted, nobody knows about it.
As far as you can tell, if there's anything to that effect, didn't come from here.
It didn't come from here.
Yep.
But,
It didn't come from here.
Knowledge of the locale.
Hmm.
Has there any been what do you call this one? Any disreputable people living there
In
in the where that area was?
as far as you know, no one is actually living here. Maybe there were reported thefts and banditry maybe 2 weeks back, but for right now, the impression is the entire roughs has been picked clean, and there's really not worth doing it anymore.
Okay.
Maybe they have banditry because of adventurers coming in
Yeah.
and then finding their fortune. Yeah, afraid to actually go in there based on the reports of monsters and so forth. And maybe they stuck around and thieves, did a little bit of crime
I'm
here.
looking for those kinds of
But since then,
thrills of those kinds.
as far as you can tell, all of them has left.
All of them has left.
It's the impression it's hard to steal from beggars. Basically, it's not
I
worth the time anymore. So if there's any, it's probably stationed on the outside of the town to the west.
Okay then. What are the chances of going into I don't know the place where they were going to? Did it go through a border like Everton or
Okay, so the border kingdom is Efferton
yeah
and then Telenor.
yeah
So they're on the road to Telenor. The area here is basically so there may be borders, and these are the only borders because this is the one that enters to the spire. Everything else is a crag mountain. But there's still a couple of miles where it's just open road, and you could still be waylaid by enemies and must defend themselves.
from both sides, Pelennor and
Yes.
okay then. Looks like we are going to run.
That- What do you do? That's
Yeah.
all you do.
That was it for
Oh,
me.
it's
Okay.
will be
As you're walking outside, the two drunken locals, their conversation or their argument is going faster. One group is saying, "Fuck, this child king doesn't care about any of us. The father was much better. This guy is incompetent.
it's not
Got a bunch of money from the Everton elite. He just keeps most of it to pay for border protection. Bet that's good. That's not it. I bet he just keeps most of it. We suffer in the dregs." And then the other side goes, "I disagree. You know, the king did pretty well. I mean, based on the circumstances. I mean, it's really not his fault. He didn't cause. It's pretty drunk. Like, no, I mean, it's not his fault that the gold is gone. I mean, that was just a lucky chance. You know."
some don't know the
And
law,
you know,
but it's not
if you did put this border kingdom sort of situation happening right now, then we would have all hell with the foreigners coming in. And then the first group goes, "Not well enough. That writ of prospecting, exploring, bad idea. It just gave an easy way for foreigners to come in and just steal, get their share. What share? Everything should have been ours in the first place." And you know what?
Does he look familiar?
No.
Yeah.
No, like that. And just arguing over the place. Basically, there's unrest happening based on how the king is handling it. And then it's fuck those foreigners, man. And then when you approach them, they suddenly go silent.
Maybe it's like.
Oh, you're a foreigner.
Yeah, we're all foreigners.
School edition.
No, but you're
Especially you,
there.
El.
But you're there. I'm not there.
Sexual reference toned down.
And then that's it. Then you leave the area.
I can't make an inspiring speech because, no persuasion. I could make a terrifying
Okay,
speech.
you're out. It's about at 9. It's at night right now. What does everyone else do?
Oh, it's night.
Oh, it's already
It's
nighttime.
nighttime. Nighttime. Yep.
I'm going to go away from town,
Mhm.
a ways,
Mhm.
find some secluded area, and I'm going to try to
Have you found anything about the
get
The what?
in
Thieves around
contact
this area?
somehow.
The best guess that I can
with,
find
the
is
boss.
that they may have
Who's
come
Bob?
from either
The,
Eleanor
The
or
pit
African.
fiend that I have
Okay.
my
Okay.
pact with.
You
Okay,
mean an
so
imp,
you-
not a
you're-
pit fiend.
Are you trying to summon your imp?
No, I'm going to try to summon Bob if I can.
Okay.
Just
So,
to
yeah,
talk
not a
with
pit fiend.
Okay.
A
So you
specific pit fiend.
where are you doing this? Are you doing this at the spire
No,
or
because,
at the bottom?
Pit fiend is a challenge rating 23 monster.
Yeah, away from everything.
Okay.
Like maybe close to the entrance to the swamp. place.
Okay, got it. But not really close. Just on the border.
Yeah.
Pretty much safe. Okay. You take a trek. Then the 3 halflings goes. Where are you going, boss?
Oh, don't follow me. I need to conduct some business that very personal.
Scribble goes. You want me to write this down, boss, or draw
No,
it?
I have to take a shit. Okay. I have to take a really big shit.
I guess
It's going to be smelly. Yeah, I don't want it written in the book.
I guess that's hard. Shit.
No.
What rhymes with shit?
Do not
Yeah, it's
write
pretty
about
hard.
shit.
All right, never mind. You go to the area and then you try to contact.
You're
Yes,
alone.
I will pray to the demons
Okay.
and beg him to come before me because everything has gone wrong and I lost 20 years of my life and this is not part of our bargain because this gets me so much closer to handing my soul over to him and I haven't had time to have fame and conquest here on the mortal realm.
As you're ranting on that, you unwittingly enact the ritual, and a rift opens up a little bit, and then you see a small imp come through.
But-
Another imp come through,
Yes.
and then just nonchalantly, and then goes. You, goes back to the infernal portal, goes back in, and winks out.
You want me to go in?
No, it winks out.
portal? Oh, the
It
portal's
winks
gone.
out.
Yep. He just the portal opens up, looks at you, then and it comes back.
Good.
And about probably 10 seconds happen, and a portal reopens again. But it grows larger and larger and larger and larger until suddenly you feel heat coming in, and you are now faced with a 10-foot tall, reddish skin, lithe with rippling muscles,
Bob.
loincloth up to the knees, horns. The black hair is looped around like some sort of braid of some kind. A long fork, and on the one hand, something seems to be steaming out of it.
Down on my knees, and I, oh, powerful one, I do not know what to do. Everything has crumbled around us. It seems the powers you granted me have not been strong enough to take care of these evil foes here. Some awful ghost of great grandfather of a stupid paladin.
The demon takes his full gait and shh. What do you need?
Well.
Just kidding, dude. Hey, bud. The demon goes, hey, bud.
It's a stone demon.
What happened? What's happening?
This ghost took 20 years of my life. That's 20 years closer to handing my soul over to you. That's not fair.
Nothing's supposed to be fair, bud.
I need
It's
my
all
20 years
good.
back.
Well, can't help you there. But there's a problem though. Here, and the imp comes in. This guy's been telling me, bud, that you've been treating him like crap. Like his brothers and stuff. And you know what?
The children have died, yes.
Yeah, that's not cool. And you notice from the one fork on the other hand, it's actually an ice cream cone that's steaming. He takes a lick, and it's just basically sizzling on his tongue. Oh man, I like to live dangerously too, bud. And it seems like you do too. Here, have an ice cream. It'll make you feel better. Fancy the ice cream.
Okay, thank you.
Tastes like sulfur.
Uh,
So what do I want to help you for?
sulfur flavored. Where can I find the fountain of youth?
Oh man. Well, if you want to live forever, sort of.
Yes.
Well, I could take your soul right now. You'll live forever with me. Yeah.
But now in this realm, right?
Maybe.
I will be in this realm,
If you want to be.
and I can.
Just kidding. The contract doesn't work like that. You'll be living forever. You could call it a life of some kind, maybe. But that's not the thing right now.
Yes.
My friend here, Fang. He's telling me you've been killing all his brothers. That's not cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like these guys. We play hacky sack in the morning.
They're just, they're not quite strong enough. Do you have something
Not strong enough.
else you can
Dude,
you can give me?
they're not on the pack. I mean, deals with you.
Yeah.
I don't want anything. Well, make him do stuff. You should do all the stuff.
Oh.
Truth be told, I didn't expect much from you when you summoned me all the way back. I mean, take a look at you, all noble-like. I thought you were just gonna take the powers just to
I've
show
got
off.
white hair now.
It's not that nothing to do with me, man. You want like burning hair? This is pretty good.
No. I'm supposed to be super famous. But by the time I'm this age, I'm supposed to be super famous.
Well, it's not in the
Everyone
fine
should
print,
know-
man.
everyone
You only
should
wanted
know
power. I gave you power. You want to give my Fang powers? It's good. He's only a little imp. Come on now. Try to take care of this one better. Look, I'm sorry, dude. You just wanted power. What happened to you, by the way? Why you look like that?
This ghost.
Huh?
This ghost of the great-great-grandfather of this stupid paladin in the group.
Hmm?
And he took 20 years away from me. I think we should destroy this ghost.
Yeah.
And maybe all of his kin also.
Yeah, but that's bad and all, but did you die?
No, but 20 years. He owes me 20 years.
Well, you can't get that back. You want me to go back in time?
Yes.
I can't do that. I have to speak to the Feywild right there. It's not in my power. Yeah. Those guys waste all the time in the world.
So, is there any chance of a double tap?
Can't do that.
No.
You can't add 2 4 quarters and $1. You can't split $1 to 4 quarters. Your soul is mine. I thought it was pretty clear.
Yeah, but at
Such a chill.
this rate, you're going to get my soul in like 5 years.
Well,
5 years.
don't go to that ghost again.
My
What you gonna
plan
do?
was I make this pact with you, and by the time I'm really old, I'll be so powerful that I'll figure out a way to live forever. And now I've only got like 5 years to do that.
Oh.
And I'm only like, if you
You want to be a lich?
if you took
Good luck.
if you said like the most powerful
Warlocks
person in the
can't be
world
lich
was
because
was,
you
was like
Actually, you
like
can be.
I don't know like
You just
you
made the
split
deal
up
with the wrong entity.
how their power was, and
Be
you
a
said
god.
like 1 out of 20
No,
that
make
that
the deal
person
with the
would be
undying.
a 20. I would be like a 5 right
So
now.
Coast Adventures
Oh, so more power then. Well,
Yes, I need more power.
what's the problem with the thing though? Because you're like a step 1, make a pact with awesome me.
Yeah.
By the way, my name is not Bob. I am Edaragoloff, the Horned Demon. You can call me Eddie. Fine.
Okay. Okay.
And you're step 2, get on a great adventure, right? That's where you are.
Yes.
Well, seems like you're at step 3 right now. Question mark, question mark, question
Yeah.
mark. You're trying to get to step 4
But
profit.
I'm
Yeah.
like the joke of the story right now.
No, you're not. Actually, based on you've done better than most of the
I've got
everything.
the white hair now.
Oh, sure.
I'm not the handsome star anymore.
Alright, dude. It's pep talk time. You're doing pretty well. I mean, all the souls that you send into the infernals, that's a lot. I mean, dang, it just showed up. I didn't really expect nothing from you. I mean, you're one of my best performers, actually.
Yeah.
You're pretty good.
You reached
Yeah.
Buddha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would have been put higher up if you just treat my little friends a little bit better.
Okay.
And if I goes, be sure, I don't want him. I don't want him to be a familiar. No.
I will treat them better, but how about this?
Hmm?
Is there a way to swap my body into someone younger?
Can't do that.
No, or change my race to like some kind of elf that lives much longer.
Oh, you don't want any of those elves. It takes a long time for the contract to fulfill.
That's exactly what I'm looking to
What's
do.
the
I gotta
benefits
take a
for
look
him?
at. I gotta take a
I
look
need-
at my
I need
upside,
an
man.
extension.
Need an extension.
Well,
Sacrifice more souls.
dude, we're all like about fires here. That doesn't work that way. We burn both ends of the stick,
Yeah.
produce a bigger flame.
Do
Do you
what
want
do you
the
want
power
me
to
do?
produce a bigger flame?
You want me to burn down the tavern? What do you want me to do?
No, don't burn down the tavern. Burning down the tavern just makes this place shut down. And shutting down means people go away, and there means less souls to harvest. It's good. You're doing pretty good. As I've said, it's fine. Well, sorry I can't do anything with your white hair. I mean, I'm sure you can figure it out. I mean, look, you can already... What do you want to do? Just... You want me to melt your face off or something?
I've heard about people that instead of raising you from the dead, they reincarnate you into another race.
Oh yeah, those angels. Fuck those angels, man. Ain't got nothing with that.
You guys can't do that.
Yeah, no, eternal war and all that crap. Can't do that.
Eternal
no.
War and all that.
That's why you gotta keep
Sword
it in
was the
here.
best.
If you want to do that, then just give me more souls.
All
Win
right.
the eternal war, stuff
More
like
souls.
that. Yeah.
Because when I suck their souls, I feel more powerful. So if I suck a whole bunch of souls, would I get useful?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm saying yeah. Sure.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Why are you having trouble? What do you mean? Why are you the butt of the joke? You're a nice little group. You're pretty badass.
Well, thank you.
I mean that elf guy with you, he's got nothing on you. I see your little jostling competition. He's got
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
on you.
Yeah, yeah. He used to have a raven, and he turned it into an owl because he couldn't take the competition.
Yeah, that's right. He got this awesome, nice, cool imp. But don't let this one die.
Yeah.
And don't let this one die. Okay?
Oh,
What do I have to do to not let him die?
It's you know, I need to make him not the brunt of the plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
The brunt of
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are in full revolt right now.
I think of them as backup.
Here, I'll let you do something about it. I'll give you more power
Yeah.
if you keep this guy alive.
Alright.
No more familiars. This is it. I mean,
This is the last
this is the youngest brother. There's nothing else. There's no one else. You wiped out the family. Come on now.
Alright.
Come on.
Alright.
I'm being straight with you. I'm Eddie. I don't lie. No, that's not true. But you know, I'm gonna get your soul, but we're gonna have a groovy soul. It's good. I'm not all about the torture and stuff.
A
It's just
groovy
about
soul that has learned a lot from like 100 years of knowledge. Yes. Yes. that
Well,
would be
if we're dreaming about getting your youth back and resurrecting all of those angel crap, well, bring in more souls, we win the eternal battle, then you can be whatever you want. How's about that?
sounds good.
You gotta think long term. Long term.
Okay.
There's more.
That's what I want. That I want long.
Yeah, alright?
I want long.
So here you go. Eddie pushes Fang to you, and then Fang's like, no, 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 no.
It's okay, Fang. I'm gonna take good care of you.
All right.
You're green. You're my favorite color. The other ones were black and red.
Yeah. The bandit is still sullenly at you. Right.
Even though red's what I wear.
Alright. Sorry, dude. That's all I got right now. Anything else?
Okay. I will kill many of them. I'll kill the youth.
Yeah, that should work.
Alright.
Don't let this one die.
Okay.
In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and sweeten the deal for you, alright?
Yeah?
Don't. If you don't let this die, I will give you. And then a rush of fire goes through your face, a burning hand on your head. All of the white hair has been singed off right now, a little bit. You feel like extreme heat. You take... You take 7 points of fire damage.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Okay, that's a warning for you.
Ow.
Alright? Come on, get Marcel. Chin up. We're good. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Is there any way to give this little thing to give him armor?
Come on, man. I already gave you the power. Don't make others do the work.
Okay.
Alright, fine. Here you go. And he takes another grab at you. Alright, I'll just give you the thing right away. You take another 8 fire damage.
Ow.
That's just there to punctuate what I mean, alright? And suddenly you feel something inside of you as a link to Fang, a close connection, and you feel like you can do this.
Ooh, power.
Alright? Now I gotta go, man.
Was it worth 15 points of fire damage?
We got some hacky sack going there, okay? See ya. And by the way, I'm just nice right now. I'm always nice, but the thing is, I'm not like other demon. I know I'm gonna take your soul already anyway, so there's really no need for me to... Well, you know what's gonna happen. Toodaloo! She bursts up in a burst of flame.
Ouch.
What did you get?
15 damage.
Apart from that.
Eddie's incantation or something.
Okay.
Something.
And then the forest goes dark except for that area where there's now a large ember of where the portal where he exited out.
Look around and make sure nobody saw that.
And then Fang goes, "Don't fuck this up! Don't fuck this up!"
Okay. Yeah, let's go get some sleep.
Alright. Alright, get some sleep and let's take a break right now
Oh, yeah,
before we
Sam.
decide what to do. Yep.
Basically I'm level 4 now, so
Mhm.
I opt to get a feat. I didn't take my feat last time.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll do that later. Let's have a break first before we continue with the next day.
After you consume the...
And we're back. So,
In town.
you spoke to Ed.
Yeah.
Merla, you convinced some of the Kwan folks to...
Out of water.
I'm a good guy.
You're a good guy.
Alright.
You made an effort to delete drunk. You reprimanded your apprentice. And you are still figuring out how to uncurse yourself from that sword. Okay, cool. So that's the night time. The next day rolls forward. Ding 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 ding. A horn. It's now time for the semi-regular, semi-interval caravan of goods coming in.
Yay!
the route.
Everybody
It's always a big thing in the Dustlands when caravan comes in because, as you see right now, the people who are already begging on the streets are now swarming in, trying to apply what meager gold that they do have to buy them some goods or in a short supply, because basically there's no industry in this town. So everything is reliant upon export coming in, whether through buy, sell, or trade to adventurers or whatever. So you're now at the exchange, which is somewhere in the rough, which is basically a town square where the caravans come in and then markets are being set up. And then that's there. What do you do?
Huh, so Regina is the person you called here yet?
Regina comes in truly for that, and he goes, takes a look at the caravan, and then you spy with your naked eye. Not only do you come in with the usual merchants coming in, the letter carriers sending messages from to and fro, but you also see people in holy orders coming in.
Whoa, wait a minute. You say that too?
Yeah, you see that.
Okay.
Everyone sees that.
What holy orders?
In holy orders, they're coming in, and then you see Regina coming in, going through that. He greets the people in holy orders. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Right.
I cannot see you're shaking.
The people in the holy orders get to one side of the square, and then he spots you on the corner, and then speaks to you. Hey, Leandro, what's up?
I seem to have been cursed with this sword.
Yeah. But before everything, though, I'm just gonna let you know we've been through a lot together, Leandro, right? And well, I would like to say that my association with you is not exactly with regard or in principle with my holy orders. And in the first place, I'm up to you because we wanted to adventure, right? But I think the people of this town need me a lot. That's why I took the liberty of writing to the holy order. Now the curates of coming in, I think I will do more good here in town rather than adventuring.
Yeah.
As you see that the holy orders are now being swarmed with the peasants.
Yeah.
They are basically Red Cross or sometimes
Salvation
the
Army.
Salvation Army relief goods. So I guess this is the end of the road for me.
Well,
To you.
I figured it's one day or another ever since you complained a lot when we were going down the mountain way back at some place. Then, yeah, I can actually picture you making this town good.
Well, in the first place, I was up with you because we need money, right?
Yeah.
For different purposes that we've talked about. But it seems like I'll still need it. I think a good temple would do much to raise the spirits of the town here. Hopefully, you guys figure out how to basically get the other non-relevant stuff with regard to the salvation. We're concerned about souls. You're concerned about the logistics and economy and all of that.
No,
Okay.
I can
Oh,
certainly-
let me introduce you to the curate. And then a high priest and holder comes in. Blessings to you, child. Yes,
Right.
I heard that there's something that you require.
Yeah, seems to me that I've been cursed. I can't get rid of
As
it.
you recall that is an evil. Where did you get that?
I explained that this was wielded by someone under the spell of a bog witch.
Mhm.
I thought that the sword was just some fancy steel, but it seems that there's an entity inside the sword.
Perhaps, brother Leandro, you should do well to make sure that not all rewards are without of any strings. So, I sense an evil presence within that blade.
Yeah.
But based on what Regina has told me about you, this should serve you well. But it's not in my case that I should help you. And I will help you. However, and then Regina cuts in.
Services are not free, I'm sure.
Temples require building requires money. You know how it is.
Look, look, I have no qualms about helping you out. But however, if you just get rid of this entity, this sword can actually be sold a lot in the black market.
Black market. These are things that I am not familiar. Regina, you have been away from the holy orders for too long. You have mixed yourself with. But anyway, I shall help you as a favor to our sister here. And he takes his sword. Indeed. Well, this requires. Oh, we just got here. It's gonna take a lot. Let me check, and I'll get back to you in a bit. See what we can do. He takes your sword.
So,
Stays in.
is it screaming in my brain?
Yes, screaming in your brain. No, not me.
I scream back, yes!
Okay. That's gonna be taking a while.
Okay.
What did the rest do? Now the entire thing is just swarmed coming in with people on the relief goods.
I look for spells.
You look for spells, okay? How about you, like,
I need to. Did any one of my guys come with a caravan?
oh, interestingly,
I need to give
a
them
supply wagon
instructions.
comes in, and a long line of supply wagons. Something new comes in. It's now a carriage drawn, not that destitute.
Mm-hmm.
And outside comes a bald man
Mhm.
in a small mustache
Mhm.
and a sleek silk trouser vest.
Mm-hmm. Fred.
And then, yep, goes, "Oh, my lord, sir. Hi. Please come home. We need you in our estates.
I am not.
Please
yet-
stop this immediately. We have many things to be done."
I am not yet finished here.
I
Besides, I can see you're doing a good job.
no. I'm doing well. Yes, of course I am. But there's just some things I cannot do. There's so many things. Oh, by the way, here. And then he hands you
I should get a ward.
he hands you at this point the
The thing.
request armor, the Ankh armor. Here, I made Fuchsia's locks do the
Fuchsia's
thing.
locks.
I made Fuchsia's as per your requirements. I hope it serves you well. I'm loath to give it to you though. Please come back. Oh, by the way, here he hands you a stack of paperwork. Please sign this for your estates.
I will be busy with this for the day. Thank you, Fred.
Yes, but I need you to look at this. This is to put our estates in, what do you say, the name of the swamp area. This is to put it into receivership and bankruptcy.
What?
Yes, apparently,
The
there
area
had
where the
been,
lab
based on their
blew up,
conversation, well, he's gone and we haven't been able to pay the lease. And, well, your father has made a lot of debts. We'll have to do this. If you're not willing to help us in this case, well, need to sign this for receivership. And I also be needing 1,000 gold, please, so that I can keep things afloat.
I shall provide you with. How much gold do I have? 350 gold.
Ah, yes, that will serve us for 1 month. But please,
And I shall send more
won't you you will send more.
as soon as it will be available.
Very well. Really? Could you not consider running the enterprises? I mean, the real estate business is pretty bad.
No, I think you're doing a good job.
Bah. Will there be anything else, sir?
Yes, I want locks. Fuchsia's
Fuchsia's locks.
Fuchsia's locks to look into something for me.
Yes, sir.
I desire a certain pigment of paint.
Pink. Rainbow
Paint,
color.
you say?
Yes.
Zing.
Black as per usual?
No, white this time. But I want it in such a way that when a certain pattern of light hits it, it will
Show it. Show
Hell
it.
no.
Show it. Show it.
It will glitter
You'll
and
never see what you're meaning to say unless
in
you
a
say. Some people are
dazzling
visual.
brilliance that might, incapacitate anyone who is staring at it.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I have a mirror right here.
I want it in paint.
Show
I want
it.
white paint.
Show
I am not quite sure what you're
it.
asking for. Perhaps
Show
Fuchsia's
it.
would have a better idea.
Show
Yes. Tell him about it.
Do you know Fuchsia's is threatened to quit?
Why?
He was not getting paid.
Give him some of the money I gave you.
This is just enough for him. It's not gonna put everything else in receivership. I require 1,000 gold at this time. The 350 gold will just be enough to, well, tide Fuchsia's over. You really should be taking care of your holdings, sir.
Very
Show
well.
it.
I shall look into. I shall look into making sure there will be additional investments in the near future that will keep us afloat.
Ah, so definitely the gold mine burst has happened, and you've staked your claim here?
Yes, there might be future profits soon.
I could not, for the life of me, picture you having the life based on the stature of your father, that you will be a common sellsword.
I
For
am
this
not a
end.
salesman, I am a consultant.
An adventure.
Very well, very well. Anyway, I shall take the message, and I shall be leaving the next fortnight.
Thank you, Brad.
Actually, what are you asking for?
I'll tell you about it later.
All right, cool. Very well,
Any
sir.
care packages from Telenor?
This is gonna take you all day, sir. Here, there's more.
I know. I will be busy.
Reams of paperwork and reams of paperwork.
I will be in the inn reading. I'll be in my rooms reading.
Anything of interest, sir?
Hey Moose, I found a paper that says marriage proposal.
I hope not.
For once, that problem is not the case. Your name has fallen in ill repute, and no one wants to touch you with a 10-foot pole, which is what you wanted.
Divorce papers.
I have not even married.
Very well, sir. Carry on then.
I will be in my rooms.
Okay.
Rooms?
You studying the papers?
Rooms.
You have anything to do? Spells, right? Do you have anything to do?
He's
Right, the
getting
thing.
cursed.
Merlin, do you have anything to do?
No,
Any
aside
care
from getting
packages
cursed, I'm
from
gonna.
Telenor?
Is there a store?
Is there a store? There is a store coming in. Yep.
Yay.
I'm gonna check with. I'm gonna check with.
All right. As they're setting up, you would notice as well.
I need a pencil.
You would notice also Grodin coming in and then plying the trade and selling whatever the stuff he has. But as he's approaching, he is very clearly berating a bunch of locals.
Why?
If you do something to screw me up again, I'll take the lot of you. And then 4 of them shrink away from him and go straight to the relief operations that are happening.
What's wrong with
What?
Robin?
Gonna check with
Yes,
Evan. Gonna check with
everybody
his
does.
caravan if there are any news from the Rangers conclave. If not, then I'll look for it on some prospects of smuggling.
Okay.
I'm gonna give 100 gold to each of my halflings, and say, go get supplies with this, and the rest is your pay.
As you and they go ahead and get the supplies, which is for the upkeep of your carriage and
Yeah,
everything.
and food and more writing supplies and
Right.
painting supplies.
Yeah, 100 gold is more than enough for a reasonably long period of time, based on their meager needs. In your case, that's not gonna cover your pretty much. Okay.
And I will stay in the carriage and not show my face because all my hair has been burned off. And,
Yep. Pretty much all your hair has been burned off.
Oh, no,
You wanna
should
go
I
bald?
wear a turban now?
You can go bald.
I am bald though. My hair is gone and I have burn scars all over my head.
Right. So, as that's happening, the 4 human peasants go suddenly there in the corner and just grabs their share of relief goods from the holy orders and just goes to one side. And they're basically looking at piercing daggers towards Grodin's face.
What? So at first I'm like, what's up with that guy?
Well, he's a dwarf. He's being an asshole.
Yeah.
Nothing worse as asshole than a dwarf.
Are you working for him?
Unfortunately.
Not anymore.
What happened?
Well, he hired us for a job,
Hmm.
and we screwed the pooch, and now he's not paying for his wage. It's not really our fault. I mean, he just said he just hired for a guard, just a routine escort thing, all the way to Telenor.
Hmm.
Oh,
And-
I interviewed that.
We weren't expecting much, but we
Was
got
someone
robbed.
bad?
Now he's charging our wages off of that. So,
Oh.
I mean, it's really not our fault, right? I mean, there has to be some sort of rule.
Right. Like, was that the caravan though?
Yeah, it's how do you know? We were sent there to send a package to Telenor.
I'm actually
A
looking
bunch of rocks, that's it. And then
yeah, man.
got stolen. I don't know why people want. We showed them. It's just not. This is just rocks. And then
Wait.
those bandits just stole it.
You showed it to
Whoa,
people?
whoa, bandits?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to care.
Hey, I'm gonna give you money if you tell me like what route you took.
Are you giving us money?
No, I'm paying you for information. You stupid ass, so
You
Oh.
see that?
Money, you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna pay
Information.
you for information.
How much?
Well, it's either you get my money or you get nothing, you stupid shit. You've been asking for
All right. Give me the money. What do you want?
Okay, so, I'm gonna...
She drives a hard bargain.
Most likely because there's a wolf behind her too.
Yeah,
Yes.
true. Wait. Out of character.
Yep.
So these guys are the guys
Guards.
who,
Where's the fire?
You were
guard
guarding the caravan
the
that
caravan.
Grodin sent to Thelenor, which got hijacked.
Okay. So I'm going to. So here's what okay, in character. Here's what I need to know. Who did you? What route did you take? So I'm gonna take out a map and ask him to like map it out to see. Cause I already technically mapped it out because
Yeah.
that was from our information, right? So I will show them a map that I mapped. I already like traced. Yes, this is the route you took. And
Well, my lady, yeah, this is the route we took, and this is the official route, really. I mean, we stayed by the established roads. We didn't want to do anything. We knew there was a risk of, and there's always a risk of everything in the open fields, but like we really didn't expect nothing out of it. I mean, as you see, caravans come and go at any time, right? But well, I guess we were just unlucky.
like where did exactly did they get ambushed?
You take your map, and then somewhere here,
Yeah. Okay.
right? Pretty odd though, because they kind of blocked us,
Mm.
and then they beat the shit out of us
Mm.
when they just told us to go away. I mean, it's a good thing actually that we still have our purses. They basically we had to leave the wagon and the cart, which just got that dwarf pissed off.
Right.
But they let us go.
So the
It hurt though,
The shipment has been stolen.
So the guys.
and now that dwarf is charging us. But it's really not my fault. I mean, you should have, insured. But there's actually no insurance agency here in town
Yeah.
anyway. Oh.
Right. Well, at least you'll have enough money to get out of here. I mean, this place is a mess.
Speaking about money,
Oh yeah. So wait, that's all you're gonna tell me?
what else do you want to know? What?
Okay.
The bandits, how they look like.
Yeah, how they
Yeah,
look
yeah,
like and where they were, how they look like, and who did they show the rocks to?
I really couldn't see. Basically, what happened is there's like maybe 4 of them blocked on the road. They were really covered with a cloak and a hood, sort of thing. So we actually thought there was gonna be like gnolls in the area because we were warned that there's good gnolls patrolling around that area. It's just raiding season for them. But they just took it. We tried to defend it, but they were wow. They really know their stuff. They beat us up, then they kicked us out. But they just told us to go away from the caravan. They didn't even strip us down. They just let us go. Just told us to go away, and we went away with our lives. We feared for our
Of course,
lives.
right? That makes sense.
Yeah,
What race?
Were they all human?
couldn't see.
Nah.
Okay, correction. Which one was tall, which one was short?
Oh, there was definitely tall and short people. So yeah,
Even with
probably brigands still, but
Right.
couldn't tell from the
Who,
voice.
who knew about the rocks?
they didn't know about the rocks. Just
Did everyone in the city know about the rocks?
no, we were given explicit instructions just to send this here. That dwarf guy for some reason told us not to, I mean, we knew it was rocks, but like it was just rocks. We didn't think anything of it.
Why would
And-
anyone steal rocks, right?
Oh, let us. They had us cover it though. Make sure it got cleared through, the spire, through the customs.
Oh yeah.
They asked us to cover it well. We were straight from the summer home from over there, just all the way straight through.
All right. Thanks for that. And-
Money,
Yeah, I'm gonna give you money.
How much money?
Make sure to like get out of here, cause there's nothing here left for you. Okay.
Okay, money, give me
How much
money.
money from this?
1 copper.
No. How many are they?
4 of them.
Okay, I'm gonna give them like
Oh, gold.
4 gold.
Thank you, my lady. You are truly the selfless
Yeah.
of folklore. But you're not
Wait.
as charming as we thought.
Whatever.
No,
Come on.
That's it.
Listen, that's okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna borrow.
That's it. Alright, if that's the case, now in town, and I have a shop. I have a shop. I think. Oh my god, where's the shop?
Is there any care packages from Telenor? I asked for some help. Oh, did I tell you about this?
What did you do?
Um,
Thanks, guys.
on top of asking them, telling them about the situation here,
Mhm.
I was asking them for any aid that they can give to me
Mm.
in terms of survivability.
Okay. As you're looking for that part, you notice that for the first time there is a
Shop.
magic curio in the place with a sign letter that says nothing is still free. We require upkeep and stuff.
Okay.
So it's not part of the store with regard to and mechanically. I have a store.
Store.
Let me just. I
Okay.
just need to go up because
Now the binding holder comes in. This is a curse that's happened. Can you see the the weapon, how it actually works? Because I actually don't know.
I just can't remove curse. That's it.
What happens? It allows you
becomes,
to.
It becomes a +1 weapon. That's it. +1 grip.
Mhm. Oh no, it actually doesn't. You need to cast banishment on it to and the remove curse only suppresses it enough that it's not bound to you.
Okay. Then I need to be unbound to the sword.
Yes, this is a trap. It requires all of my concentration and my faith with my lord. And
I have
Regina
faith in
says,
your lord too.
and then Regina comes in. Yes, the faith costs 150 gold for this.
That's not a problem. I gave you 150 gold, right?
What? Regina goes, huh? I don't remember. Such a
Oh
thing."
right, I forgot.
Okay, remove 150 gold. He
Yeah.
casts the magic incantation of remove curse on you. You are now unbound from that. It is still a sword of vengeance, as you say, but it's no longer
But
bound
it's
to
not
you.
bound to me.
As the sword, as the spell is being cast, you go, no.
Goodbye.
And then you
Right.
have a black, ominous,
Sword.
evil sword still, but the voices inside of your head
Our God.
are purely inside of your head.
All right then. So now let's see if I can. Wait a minute. There's a magic curio shop here.
Yes.
Yes.
You can trade it.
So I have this sword. I want to trade it for something better.
Okay. As you're meeting the curio shop,
Yeah.
if you notice, it's like, yeah, what is it?
And it's supposed to be some very sharp sword. It's supposed to make you better in battle, but I don't feel it.
Sure, better. Sharp sword. It's
Yeah.
black. Nice. I'll give you 50 gold.
Okay. So you got anything?
50 gold?
You got any?
You notice that with regard to the area here, it's not really in terms of like the caravan coming in and there's like a specialty seller that knows his stuff. Basically, everything is on consignment to the people, so they just sell what they sell, and they So as the reaction here is he has no idea what this is. It's like, all right, this sword, nice color, nice ornamental, 50 gold.
50 gold. Yeah. So, wait. What are they selling in this curio shop?
The curio shop with the magician,
Alam.
based on the Telemur, is mostly scrolls, a bunch of focus like wands, orbs, component pouches, scrolls. There's a couple of musical instruments even.
Alam.
Oh
Yes.
no!
Some
Mr.
potions.
Instruments.
What
Learn
potions do
about
they
it,
have?
sir. Then
What potions are you looking for? The thing that are in constant supply is healing potions for sure, and we can never crank that enough for here. They seem to keep getting sold out, so must got some use. We have 5 potions of healing here at 75 gold per potion.
Wow, you're shorting me out here because I think that gold would be worth 2 of those potions.
I'm certainly it would be worth 2 of those potions if supply and demand demands it. But for now, it is 4. People are dying. We come in supply. Life comes in high demand.
Haggle.
Haggle, make a. What is that? Is that even a persuasion check?
Persuasion,
I have a
deception,
really good idea how to do this.
performance, either of those 3 actually.
Okay.
Even
I'll say-
intimidation can be.
Okay, pick one. Intimidation or persuasion?
Deception.
Done.
Okay.
Mix.
Let me just.
Yay!
Mix.
Good.
Not enough.
19.
19.
Storage
How
quota.
many will you be paying?
You wanna go
That
up
sword
and
is gone. That
choose
sword is worth
which
2
one you
potions, so
have
I'd
to
say
No, no, no. I'm
I'd give you
gonna
the chances
go
that just
on
get
the
1 potion.
drive.
So,
And
so you're
yeah,
saying the
I'll
sword
just tell you
for
and
1
you
potion?
just go.
Might as well. I mean, supply and demand, right? So I would say a potion and that scroll over there.
That scroll. What scroll?
What scroll do they have?
They have.
That scroll over there.
Oh,
That scroll
oh no, no,
over
no,
there.
no. That this is high level magics. This is upwards of 2,000 gold.
Do they have any poison?
Can warlocks?
Yes, they do. They have
Scrolls?
poison.
I don't know.
We have those poisons as
I don't
well.
know.
Alright, then a potion and a poison work for that sword.
Yeah.
I know sorcerers
Okay,
can.
no, you
It shakes. You gain 1 poison
right?
and 1. Wait, is that even shady?
Successfully.
Common poison.
Yeah, common poison. One vial of common poison and
and
1
right?
potion.
Yeah.
Right.
Pleasure to be doing business with you.
Moderate healing?
Hmm?
Potion of moderate healing or just
No, just the basic.
that is moderate healing.
Is it?
Basic would be
Yeah.
light.
Light
But
healing.
the 1d4, the one.
The one,
one
2d, no, 2d4 plus 1, 2d4 plus 2. That's
Yeah,
the
the
basic.
basic one. Yep.
So, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You get that.
Oh my god.
Step right up. Step right up. Everybody,
Hey,
step right up.
You wanna go next?
I'm
No.
broke.
Well, Fairchild and
Oh yeah, his
You're
husbands
done?
are the ones going
Yeah.
out.
they will check to see if any mail came in for me.
Did he get anything? Any mail from his family?
No mail for you
No.
for now.
So I can finally use the vicious longsword.
Oh, you could have used the vicious longsword before, but
No, because I
disadvantage.
feel disadvantage
Yeah.
if I take another weapon. And
Yes,
I
sir.
can use
Step
my
right
shield
up.
again.
Anyone else?
What? What?
We are in the market right now.
Alright,
I didn't listen. I'm
market.
sorry. What is there?
Anything that you could possibly find, or it's probably easier for you to ask me what you want
Okay,
if it's
what are
available.
there? Weapons and armors and potions.
Yes, there are.
Okay, what?
Okay, what? Potions.
This is like a bad idea.
There are more. There are 4 more potions of healing, and there's also a bunch of other potions that you have to inquire to what it is. There's a bunch of. There's a Fletcher coming in.
Really?
But sure, that's your
Fletcher.
For the physicals that they have.
Let him go first.
Okay.
I think they're more annoying than me because they have like spells and shit.
I know. For the mundane, I'm going to get rope, 50 feet.
Okay.
Rope, 2.
Rope, 50 feet.
Yep.
Is it even here? Is it even here?
Yeah,
Is it even
okay.
here? Is it even here?
It should be in the common items.
Summon items.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
this.
want silk rope because it's silky.
You want hempen rope or silk rope?
Hempen. It's
Hempen. 2
$50
GB each.
expensive,
No, no,
huh?
no,
2
I
gold
want
each.
silk rope.
2
I don't
gold
get it.
each.
Why
Okay.
is there
Yep.
silk rope?
Right, and tent, bedroll,
Silk is not
blanket.
exactly how it comes.
What?
Tent, bedroll, and blanket.
Tent, bedroll.
Tent sauna.
Hold on.
You want fries
Oh
with
my god,
that?
we're doing this. We're doing stores. A tent for 2 persons is 3 gold.
Mhm.
And then what else?
Bedroll.
A bedroll. What is a bedroll is 2 gold.
Alright. Blanket.
A blanket is 8 silver.
Silver. And then rations.
Okay, there you go. Rations. Rations is for 1 day, 8 silver per 1 day of rations.
20.
Okay?
So that's 20 times.
I don't even know how to calculate.
I
Silver.
have a calculator.
8 times 10.
8 times 20.
Oh.
So 160 divided by. How many silver pieces per gold?
10 is still
10
is
silver
16
pieces for
gold.
1 gold.
Alright.
Yep.
And potion of healing?
Potion of healing, you're now taking the
50,
one.
75 GP mo to.
Yeah, 2.
2, right. I was at 75 GP.
You
Did I
said
say-
75 GP for
I
that
did say
potion.
75 GP.
Doesn't
Didn't
take
I?
all the potions. I'm
I only
gonna-
have 2. I'm getting 2.
No, I'm gonna befriend like priests and shit.
Okay.
I
Okay.
know how in Syria. I know how to
Hold
make
on.
potions.
Potion.
Now you can just talk
Yeah,
to
75
Regina.
GP,
She's
yes,
now
correct.
part of the Salvation Army.
So
No,
take 2.
I'm good guy.
Yep.
You know, good guys
And there
help
is
other good
now
guys.
1, 2, 3. There's 2
Then
more
Regina
potions of
roll.
healing left.
Regina is a
Yeah. Wait,
The spells.
wait for it.
You have spells.
We do have a limited selection that's available.
Hmm?
Is there anything specific that you want?
Maybe it should have been
Maybe
Horizon Walker,
peruse
not Deep Stalker.
the ones that you have
Maybe it
available.
should have been a
Okay.
Horizon Walker.
Yeah, those guys, I have not read those.
For the purpose of what level are you looking
I
for?
just want to get to high level, you know. I've never
Um,
tried being level 6 to level 7.
Actually, ones and twos.
Okay, ones and twos. This is for the ones.
The highest I've been on was level 5.
This is for the level one.
Go ahead. 1.
Wait, no, I'm using the percentile die. This doesn't work. That doesn't work.
You're supposed to use the percentile die? Okay.
How much is that?
65%.
65% for level ones of 65. Okay, level ones at 65. You have chromatic orb and sleep,
Mhm.
detect magic, and jump.
Can I have armor for my
Um,
dog?
Identify? No.
Identify.
Like horse shoes, but dog shoes.
What's identify?
Identify.
Level one?
Yeah, level 1.
Level one.
I think I have that.
150 GP.
Instead of it lying.
Alright, I think I'm getting one. Tensors. Floating disc.
Tensors. What is that? A cantrip?
Nope, it's a level 1.
That's a level one. Still, 150 GP.
1 second. I'm just gonna tell
Because
everything.
your roll is up to here. Okay, so
Okay, 1 second. 150 plus 150. Alright. To proceed, yes, we have.
this is gonna be a shopping RP session.
Yeah.
Who's dying? We should probably
Because
die.
he's poor.
No, like,
No, I'm literally poor. You have nothing.
I know, but you know what I mean.
I
I told him to nap, but he didn't nap. Busy playing games.
Okay, so you got that. Level 2.
Do you have a flute?
Yep.
Benson wants a flute.
Okay. Oh no, there's actually a musical instrument. Oh my god, I like this.
You don't know what the items you have on your shelf.
I don't know. I just downloaded this off of somewhere. Okay. There's a flute.
Okay. Cool.
I'll let him have to. I'll let him buy when he gets here. To pick up. But flute is cheap.
What else did I get?
You have Shatter.
Ooh. Wait, what's that? What level is that?
Shatter.
What level is that? What level is that?
Level 2.
Shatter.
Cast-
Where's the control
cast
F?
Shatner and everybody starts overacting.
I'm sorry, sir. It's not available at this moment.
Um,
Can I have one ordered?
Yes, you may. I shall try to endeavor to do that if you would like it. It'll be increased price, of
No,
course.
It's 50% down payment. Okay.
I've been watching all the
Right? If you're gonna order something, 50% down payment. I'll get it for
you
you.
got level 3s, right?
Yes. There's a selection based on the rolls of level 3s as well.
Yeah, I think I made my
Let's
money able
Yeah,
to
yeah, like-
afford that. 1
like
second.
season 2.
So,
Yeah,
1 second.
he's so young.
This is the black and white.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 1960.
What was the story?
But you said Shatter, right?
Yeah,
That's not
Shatter.
Him and his.
I watched a lot.
Shatter is how much?
Whatever, there's
him,
no such
him
thing.
and his like wife, I guess, they were traveling and their car breaks down and they're stuck in this little town until they fix the car and they go in this.
I think I'll just get an
cafe,
unseen servant.
And there's these little boxes on each.
What level is that?
Level
thing
1?
with a little devil head on it, and you can ask it a yes or no question and put a penny in,
Yeah.
and you get a little card with the answer.
It's not
All
available.
the answers seem to fit exactly with what you.
Wait, let me
they're
just check to be
Very
sure.
vague, but
Yeah.
Level 1 or level
he
1?
gets obsessed
Yeah,
with
level
it and he won't leave until.
It is not
So it's like the horoscope.
available.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his
So,
wife is like,
I'll
"Hey,
take
come
my
on, let's
chances
go,
at level
let's
3.
go."
So,
Mhm.
do you have Leomun's
Very nice.
tiny
I've
hut?
seen that one.
Yeah.
Why are you getting Leo's tiny hut?
Because it's rituals
To
and
save
everything slap
William
there.
Shatner
And we
so
can
young.
get somewhere place to
He
sleep.
looks like he's like.
There is not
19
Leo
almost.
Tiny Hut based on
Oh,
your rolls at this
that's
time.
super young.
He's probably like 20, but
Yeah.
What about fly or haste?
He has fly
Yeah.
because Eddie gave him fly.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Eddie gave him fly. He can fly.
Are you
Featherfall.
done? I wanna buy stuff.
What is Featherfall?
Level 1.
Yeah, we can push you off a cliff now.
Whatever.
Yeah, let's just
No,
keep
it's not
draining
available.
his money
Whoa.
by. Let's keep draining his money with making him cast spells.
No, he's going to buy the scrolls and he's going to copy it to his spellbook.
Yes.
No, the materials. You have to spend money
Not
for the
necessarily.
materials.
Not necessarily.
Let's see.
It's cheapo. Like
It's actually cheap if you just copy it off the scroll.
No, I'm not talking about the scroll.
transfer components.
I'll just
Yeah,
copy
Do
it.
you still have money?
Yep, I have money.
He has money. He has money. Oh yeah,
Wait a
he
minute.
does.
Why don't you like have like armor and magically imbued items that help you tank stuff?
That's basically.
Maybe he has magic
Too
items. Do you have magic items in your
expensive.
store, sir?
Oh my god, he has a lot of money. He's shopping.
That's why I'm asking. Do you have magic items in your store?
I'm actually enjoying selling.
Of course, it's your
I
passive.
don't have enough money, I think, to buy.
Haha! Made you
But,
spend. Made you
um,
spend. You're cheap.
You didn't make me
I
spend. You
wanna-
took my money.
Yeah.
Hey, you got like a permanent magic item, so
I
it's
know,
pretty
but they're the same thing.
Yeah, you don't need your money. You got your
Flaming
money.
spear, sir.
Flaming Spear is a level 2.
Yep.
It exists.
Oh, how much?
375 gold.
That's too much now for me.
Wow, really?
Just stay for that.
Can you reserve that? I'm gonna buy that when I come back.
Yes.
Alright.
So I'm just gonna get identify
Mhm.
and.
I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna
First
print
down
more
the
stuff out.
planet.
Identify. Okay.
Identify
Mm-hmm.
and
Maybe
tensors.
Sensors, floating,
Holding this.
and
Rapier, was it dress? No?
Scimitar na si Riz.
Ah,
No,
scimitar.
That's it. That's the
It's
thing.
not
oh my god, that's it. Please deduct your money as
Actually,
needed.
God,
Yep.
actually,
That's
Step
it.
right up,
Start
step right out.
with
Who else wants stuff?
weapon, so you can use your dex.
Now we have 230.
By the way, there's still 2 more healing potions available.
D&D,
No, it wasn't sa old.
it's
Um,
light, so yeah, you still can do it.
No, I thought only rapier ang pwede.
I'm
Dili
gonna
siya
start
pwede.
using the spellbook and just a
You
question.
don't
no,
care.
no, no.
It's the fate scrolls.
Build the dress is critical na critical na build.
How much to?
So he has
Yeah.
improved
get-
critical
get a
scimitar,
scroll for
greater
the-
critical scimitar. So
I'll
every
get
time
back
na
to you
you
on that
roll
because I don't know the
14 and
rules yet,
above,
but I'll let you know
hit.
later on.
It doesn't matter if
Because
you're
last time I was
finesse
able
enough.
But then he's
to
also a
get
warrior,
visibility.
He wasn't
Yeah.
a
Scroll?
ranger.
Yeah,
So-
ang
You
stats
mean
ni Driss is
It's
a level 10
it's already in your
fighter,
spellbook and you just want to create a
level
spell
2
for it
ranger.
instead. Okay, I'll let you know
And
later.
level
I wanna
Level
apply
8,
which rules to
level
use.
8, level 8 ang rogue.
Yan, Rogan taba.
Next, anyone
Actually,
else?
level
Step
one
right up.
barbarian.
Yes, what do you want?
Kasi level 1 barbarian.
What?
There's still 2 healing potions available by the
I
way.
have no
Do
money.
you want me to buy it? You can pay me.
Do you have cat
I
food?
have you.
Nah, fine.
Mhm.
I'll buy the 2.
Okay,
Wait,
that's 75 gold each, and that's all of the healing potions at this exchange.
Wait a
Do
minute.
you have cat food? Because Pushini needs food.
Do I have cat food?
There is no
I'm
cat
gonna
food
put
in
that-
that PHB.
I'd be surprised if there is.
Eat dead rats.
Yes, we have cat food here. How did you like your cat?
Yeah.
You, bad person. 2 healing potions. What armor do you have?
What do you medium?
Medium.
There is chain shirt, scale mail, breastplate, half plate.
I don't like any of those.
Ben, I think I have the armor shots here. Okay.
Yeah, those are your only options.
Chain
actually.
shirt is 13. Max
Yeah.
plus 2 dex. Scale mail is 14 plus 2. Breastplate is 14 plus 2, and half plate is still considered.
I have scale now, it's fine.
Alright.
What weapons? What happened to your Fletcher?
Fletcher's here. What do you want?
Hi. What stuff do you got?
Just the basics,
Like what?
like longbow.
I can do that.
I have a longbow,
Short bow.
short bow,
Back cross.
arrows, The arrows.
Any special arrows?
Any special arrows? Let's figure that out
Like
right
a bunch of gun, like a bunch of
now.
fire gun, fire arrows, whistling arrows, signal arrows.
Like
I
arrows
lost.
in lightning arrows in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Wait, let me figure this
Imploding
out.
arrows, blasting arrows, water arrows.
Ah, if you played Thief, Katongon, what do you call this one? The hook arrows,
Yeah.
water arrows to to extinguish torches.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
No, I lost it. I'll get back to you then. We'll
I
just do
think
this later
I
on.
need
The arrow?
Yeah.
I wanna purchase additional one. Do you
Sige.
have magic missile?
Magic. You don't have magic missile? What kind of mage are you?
What kind of a wizard are you?
Yeah, magic missile is common.
Isn't
Yeah, has
magic
there.
missile the best because
150
you can't
gold.
really dodge it unless they have shield.
Yes.
Yes.
I forgot to download the
Why?
ammunition. I'll do the ammunition later.
Even as a sword, I got magic missile because it's like this will be the best eventually.
I'll do ammunition later.
No, technically, magic missile is your last option.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Like
This
at
is
my level,
force.
it's gonna be the best shit ever.
Okay.
Like fuck fireball, dodge this.
Dodge this shield
Yeah,
that's the
rogues
point.
don't have shield. Why don't
Alright.
rogues have shield?
because they.
Anyone
are
else? Anyone
arcane
else?
Tricksters.
What else do you got? Hey, do you have a guy that can make what was that? A barding? So I can ride my dogo.
Barding. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Hold on.
I mean, if he can get a pony, I want a barding too.
My pony is
Magical.
magical.
So now you have a rainbow size and you have a magical pony. What else do you need?
Goodness.
You
I
need
have My Little Pony.
Yeah, right.
needs love, courage, and hope.
Starbright, and then
Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash.
Oh no, where is it? Hold on.
I'm pretty sure you got barding because he gets a pony and we were talking about it. I would hate you if you didn't.
There is barding for riding ponies and riding dogs.
Which is technically that one.
I need rides.
It should be here, but yet it's not.
It's not right.
I'll get back to you on this again.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Why is it not here? It's amazing. It should be here.
So, we're good?
We're good.
I believe we're good.
You look at the
Anybody
player's
can
handbook
say.
now. Should be.
Why is it not here?
Maybe it's there, you just didn't
Maybe you're
control
just
F.
skimming over the pages.
I am skimming over the pages.
You didn't control F well enough.
La.
Here you go. You okay?
I'm okay.
You do jumping jacks. You feel much better. Do it! 1, 2, 3. Let's not do it.
Coffee.
I'm
Why don't you buy
good.
coffee?
No.
I had coffee before I came here.
Because if we have coffee now,
I'll get back to you on some of
guess
these
what time
things.
will we
I
sleep?
need to be looking at this more. Okay. I mean, anyone else?
No, I
No.
Okay.
Broke.
Oh yeah, do you have silk rope?
Yes, I do have silk rope. Ha!
Yes!
I have silk rope.
I love silk rope.
15
Remember?
gold.
Are you kidding me?
I
Yep.
told you I didn't buy it. Hempen. I got hempen rope. Two
No,
gold.
the good thing about like silk
It's
rope is
lighter.
like it's lighter.
Yeah.
How can you carry hempen rope?
I still have strength.
No, with all
It's
the
a
shit that
backpack.
you're carrying.
Yeah, it's not that.
Yeah?
It's not that heavy what I'm carrying.
What are you carrying?
Grappling hook, rope, tent, bedroll,
You're
blanket.
carrying a tent.
Yeah, a tent. It's just made of sticks and freaking cloth. What are you expecting? What were you thinking?
A bedroll. A bedroll.
Yeah, a bedroll.
Sleeping bag. Yeah, it's not that heavy.
Standard adventures.
Okay, the reason why you're not going to find barding is that there's only an explanation. Barding is armor designed to protect an animal's
Maybe it's
head,
under
neck, chest.
armor.
Maybe it's under
No,
armor.
any type of
That's a
armor
brand.
shown on the armor table in this chapter can be purchased as barding.
Yep.
So chainmail
Nice.
knife.
Yeah, you can chain
The
Fucking
course,
chainmail
no,
my dogo.
the cost is 4 times the equivalent armor made for humanoids, and it weighs twice as much.
Okay, what kind of barding are you giving your doggo?
What the fuck? 4 times? Wait, 4 times?
Yeah.
No
How much do you have?
She has smart skin.
Scale mail, 75 times
Look
4.
at how
Okay.
small. Look at how small you are. Look at how big your dog is.
That's
Looks like Little Red
Yeah, if I
Riding Hood and
do-
the wolf.
Can I have it made?
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
crocodile skin.
actually how it does. Here. 75 times 4 gives your
Plus
armor
seven,
class
right?
for your dog a 14 plus its dex.
Oh my god, my dex is really high.
No, the dog's dex.
Yeah.
The dog's dexterity.
That's
So
why I told you we should change my dog to a not wolf,
Mhm.
but instead a dire wolf because his dex is through the roof and he will hit.
Yeah, but you're only, because of scale mail, you're only maximum 2 dex in medium armor.
Yeah, no, but still, I feel like whatever, it's your game.
It's my game. Do you want the barding for your dog? Armored camel?
How much is it?
How much ammo?
75 times 4.
75 times
200. 200?
500.
4. Really?
Pretty much.
75 times 4.
A direwolf
No,
is
it's not.
a large.
It's
300.
300.
Oh, okay, cool, fine.
A
Pila, what?
direwolf
Pila armor
is
class
large.
yung dogo di eh?
So he has plus 3 dex.
15 man yung natural armor.
No, that's fine, but give him skill mail.
It won't stop with
Wait,
natural armor.
no, what makes it 15?
Base stat ni Dogo.
Yeah, what makes it 15? Because of the dex?
I'd say 12 yung natural armor and then plus 3 sa dex.
Okay, so that means you're now at 14 plus 2. Only 15.
Increased by 1.
Oh, where's the 100G?
What? Can I just have your 300 Gs?
You already took my 50G in dollars, I'm not gonna give
Hey,
you.
is the potions already sold out?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's why I told you we're gonna buy the potions for you and then I'm gonna, you're gonna pay me.
I don't need potions.
Okay, whatever.
The
fuck you
wizard, the
guys.
wizard needs potions. Look, he just turned around.
Yeah,
Yeah, I bought potions.
He needs more.
you have a very nice sword. Give me your damn size and I'm gonna give you my money. Deal?
No.
You're small, you can't carry that.
Yeah.
So
It
what?
has a heavy property.
I can sell
He's
it.
gonna wave it around.
Alright.
I'm gonna have a dog carry it.
A skeletal man in a black robe says, "How do you buy that?" Dead.
Wait.
Wait. I'll give you the magical ammunition later. I'll allow selling of magical ammunition because it's
Hey, I
ammunition.
have an idea.
Yeah.
Can I talk to Regina and like that? Like, hey, you know what? If I like get herbs around the area and bring them back to you, can you make them into like healing kits or like potions and stuff?
Healing kit. I'll allow healing kit. Yep.
Yeah, because I remember she's really good at it.
That's true. I'll allow healing kits, not a potion. Yep.
Got it.
Okay. Anyone else?
You are good.
Okay. Actually, I want to give other people a chance to start off from here. So
Yeah,
the
I
caravan
think-
has left already, and you're now at a crossroads based on what you want to do, based on the current events here. Either you can choose to pursue the... Well, you can do anything, actually. But based on the events, you can choose to pursue and investigate whatever happened to the stolen cargo.
Yeah,
In the
I'm
map
totally
area,
gonna do that.
which these people have already provided Verla, you can go search for
Gold.
the glacial area, which you have been warned and
There's a
extensively,
remoras there.
the remoras. It may or may not be a remoras.
Gold. I wanna go there.
Wait.
Gold. You may go back to the swamp to determine whatever you need to do in order to unearth the collapsed area in the swamp.
Mm.
You could go even to the Strogan's house to check up on what's actually going on there, or you can go through Strogan's house
Mm.
all the way to the west to the area where the honor guard hasn't come back yet, where it's still pure desert. And so that everyone has a chance to combine, and suddenly the monk comes in. I've written it down again. You are a caravan. Writing it down. I'm gonna map it out. Stick figure caravan box.
What caravan?
No, the monk is just the being a monk.
Yeah, it's like,
Alright.
we leave God, we leave the Iron Fist alone.
Yeah.
Wait,
We walk away.
I forgot, Gun. I was
Yep.
looking for smuggling
really?
jobs or any news from the Rangers
Yes.
Conclave.
Okay.
Yeah, what?
I think
Smuggling
caravan.
job.
You know what?
Yeah, the
Okay,
caravan.
I'll get that to you
where-
next
where the
time.
caravan got
I'll figure out what to do.
Yeah,
Or news
because it
from
will
the
give us
Rangers
clues on like the
Conclave.
scientist guy. The
Yeah,
scientist
probably.
mage guy.
Yes, because no one in their right
Like,
No one
mind.
would give a
If
shit
we
about
can do
rocks.
anything, let's attack the effort on the lead. Let's see how much we can get.
Well,
Anyway, if there's any other out of session things you want, just text
you.
message me what you want to do, and
Yeah,
I'll try to
I will
accommodate it.
tell you about the paint, the exact properties of the paint that I want.
Interesting. Sige.
In other words, no.
So
no
that's
sweat.
that. That is precisely 3 hours almost,
That's what I asked folks
and
to develop.
this is the end of the session for today as a downtime-ish session.
What mean?
I'll tell you on
And
the way home.
when we can get to this, I don't know even know. We'll see.
XP!
XP, alright.
For nothing?
I'll give you 250 XP each.
We level 5!
Yeah.